Hi everybody! Hello! I hope everybody's doing well. Okay, there we go. Hello! Hi Rose! Oh, why is my microphone all the way over there? Jesus. I'm like, wait a second. Why do I sound so low? I'm like projecting. Oh my god.
Go to bed first.
Or does it matter where
I'll be there soon.
where my microphone is? Hi! Hi Rose, hi Titan, hi Zaya. Hello, good evening. I hope everybody's doing well. Do I need to adjust? Yes, I do. I was like, is this bright again? Oh, okay, there we go. I was like, why is Love and Deep Space so damn bright? Alrighty, yeah. Raisina in a warehouse? Did it sound like I was so far away? Oh my god.
You want me to sleep with you?
Zane, what the? Yeah. Oh, thank goodness, I thought my headphones were broken again. Okay. Alrighty, yeah, no, I had it like pushed away a little bit further out. Hi, Crimson. Okay, note to self, don't have my microphone that far away. Unless I'm like singing a really high note, and then I'll just put the microphone like that far away. But yeah, happy Friday to everybody. Oh my gosh, it's been a very long day.
This
But
is
I
the perfect time to look at the moon.
hope you all are well. I hope you all are good. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, it's a Friday night, yeah. There was a lot happening, so please take care of yourselves. Today's gonna be like a bit of a wind down day. We're playing Love and Deep Space, so it's gonna be a lot of reading, so feel free to like hang out with us, you know, lurk, whatever you need to do. If you have me up in the background, totally fine, totally great. Because I know,
When you want to talk, you may talk
Yeah.
to me all you want.
like, I don't know. Like, I'm glad you guys are here. I know, like, Love and Deep Space might not always be like, you guys, like, your guys' content. So I'm just like, okay, you guys are here to watch me freak out over shit. Okay, cool. Thanks. Eating some gummies I got from Trader Joe's, aka Zane would like these. Ooh, wait. Are they just the right amount of sweet? I gotta know. You're so far away from the mic that Zane has to wear his extra large glasses just to see you. I know, I have to like zoom in.
Go to
Yeah,
bed
I survived
first.
ARR,
I'll be there soon.
so I should be good. Oh, you're fine. I'm gonna check my house first. Yeah, Zane really rolled up with the grandpa glasses. Well, okay, to be fair, this is one of his better outfits for the week. A couple weeks ago, like, he wore the, he wore the scarf the other day. Ooh, yes, Zane, we'll hang out. Yay! Oh, dude, he's so cute. I love him. Look at the skyline as I like, wait, hold on. The right amount of sweet and the flavors are blackcurrant, lemon, and mixed berry. Ooh. I know. Already planning his long-term life with Raisina and rolling up with the glasses. Look, I disappeared, everybody. Uh-oh. Where did I go? Oh, wait, hold on. He's gone now. My pictures aren't lined up on stream. Oh, it's fine. Oh, right. Hold on. I gotta turn this on. It's okay. There we go. It's fine. I think I shifted them. Wait, how bad is it? It's fine. I'll fix it after stream. I'll fix it. But yeah, no, like literally we can sit there. We can actually play the piano too, I think at some point. Hold on, I have to like move this. Just the sliver of the screen. Okay. Play the piano together. Yeah. Your house is so cute. I'm trying. Okay. I barely decorated mine. I also barely decorated mine. I run out of materials a lot. Let's see, wait, will it work? Camera direction and him. Oh, look at him. Welcome to G pose. Okay, well you what other songs can you play? Perform together. Again? Oh. Let him play the piano. What? No, let him play the piano. Oh. You move so quickly. Oh, okay. Hold on. Zane is playing the bass line. He strikes me more as a melody type person. Hey, wait. Play the piano. Play the piano. What can I pose as? Oh. No, face him. Face him, silly. Wait. Zane, play River Flows in You. No! Oh my goodness. Imagine though. Oh. Am I degenerate if I just... Oh no, I missed my opportunity to take a picture of his ass. Ah. Alright. Oh. Okay. Alright, we're playing piano again. Okay, this is cute. It's fine. Come on, Zane. Tifa wore this piece wearing gloves. Okay, I will say that the Final Fantasy VII like rhythm game was actually kind of hard. His parents totally made him play piano when he was a kid. I came here to go water my plants. And he wants to like... And he wants to play piano. Yeah, frustratingly, that was a song for 2 hands and his animation has him using 1. We can sit by the fireplace too and watch TV. Oh. Follow me. Wait. I want a hug. Oh, this is so cute. You can also smooch him too. Maybe he does have the yaoi hands to reach all the notes. I think all of them do, actually. All of them have the yaoi hands. Those are not lounge around at home boots. Shh. It's okay. Hey Kovo, what's up? Alrighty, and then she can smooch him, like right there. Is this... You have to be like level 3 though, like affection level 3. To like have him smooch. And then he can like do the... Alright, sorry. We're bribing you to go wipe the table now. Or sweep the floor. Alright. Oh my god, right where I am? Oh my god, let me move first. Oh my god. There he is, Dr. Lee, cardiac surgeon extraordinaire. Cleaning the house. Alright, cool. This is really like watching Sims. They really, I'm pretty sure they took inspiration from The Sims. Okay, but here we go. Alrighty. Oh shoot, a dark lily? Okay, I'm gonna plant that real quick. Let me... Okay. Okay, there we go. Do I have a spot? No, I don't have a spot. Okay. Or I will soon, actually. Hold on, batch care. Skip. Alrighty, we'll go into main story after this. I promise. Oh, Garden Master, nice. Skip this, finally. Okay, Dark Lily Sea goes here. I think I need another lily. Yeah. Just so it has a pair. And then this one. And over here, and there's like 3 or 4 more spots left. Let's see. No, I think I'll put I'll put the purple iris here. And then I'll put another iris here. Just so I have pairs to use later. Yeah, let's put a couple of tulips here. Hi, Silent Somebody. Hello. Welcome. Good evening. Doing all right. Let's see. Look, where's my orange tulip? How's Love and Deep Space? It's doing good. We're taking care of the house. He's doing the chores. Yeah. Raised on Zane's Deep Space. The only time I'll ever experience home ownership, honestly. Very true. Alrighty. Is this your house or is this his house? This is my house. This is MC's house. Yeah, that's what I like to call it, because it's true. I think I missed a message, yeah. So you and Xavier are no longer neighbors? Gotta rush him to work and vacuum my girlfriend's house? She looks like a slob. Hey. This house is spotless, man. This house is spotless, alright. Alrighty. So we're gonna leave the house real quick. It's spotless because he vacuums. Alright, let me...
You're here. How are you feeling today? Some people feel uncomfortable during that period.
Oh my god, Zane. What the? Cultivate, blah, 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 blah. He isn't cleaning anything. But yeah, sorry. I like missed a message. I was like, wait, are we talking about the Deep Space comment? Yeah. I don't think it's going through because it's a little dirty. Oh my god. Okay, guys. Alright. I swear the house, the MC's house is clean. Cersei's house is clean. I swear. Alrighty. So today, alright, house stuff done. Dailies mostly done. I got the Zane card the other day. I got this card on stream. What was it? Monday? Tuesday? When did I do the stream? Anyway, I'm guessing Zane is your bias. Yes, Zane has been my bias since I started. Caleb and Silas were fighting, but now it's a weird time to be to be a Caleb fan, so I kind of don't touch that right now. So you're like the most normal character? He's normal-ish. He still has things about him that, you know, might not be everybody's cup of tea. Normal is a strong word. Oh my god. Normal is a strong word. No, as we like see this angle, he's always been my favorite actually since like, yeah, if he was real, he would still be creepy as F. Creepy AF. It's true. Honestly, all of them would be very like the flags would be. I'm sorry. I see Koval's I can fix him is definitely a trope. It's true for all of them. It is true for all of them. Just the way that, like, okay, we say that he's normal, but like, this man is a walking ethics violation. If he were real, he would have his license revoked. Ah, okay. That's what it was. Okay. Automod held it and I didn't see it, so I was like, wait a second. I have no idea what you're talking about, Silent. Automod held the message a little too long, so none of the mods and I actually saw it. Until like just now. Yeah. We'll allow this unless someone uses it in a derogatory manner or like in a poor way. Yeah, normal compared to Bad Dragon Man, Bottom Fish Man, Intergalactic, General who killed his grandma, motherfucker who traveled to the past is now 200 years old, sleeps all the time like a grandpa. Zane is literally just a doctor. He is a doctor who has violated like a lot of ethics. He would have definitely lost his license though. But I think as Titan has said, people look past that because they got the dollar signs. And also, it's a video game, you know? It is a video game. Yeah. Like, he might be considered the safest one out of the bunch, but yeah. Doctors in media really treat ethics as suggestions. You know, you know how we're talking about this, right? Tell me why my YouTube For You page has shown me like has shown me a bunch of like Grey's Anatomy, what was it, The Pit, House, and things like that. A lesson in House MD ethics. Motherfucking be breaking ethics. Yeah. The number of confidentiality leaks in any hospital drama, yeah. And like, I'm not saying that none of them are bad. It's just like, you know, he's my fave. And like, I think that's that. If he's not your fave, like, it's okay. I don't want to like be here and be like, oh, like he's like totally normal. Like, it was cool, you know? Yeah. I'm not saying your fave is bad. I'm just saying he's the most normal, and that's okay. Yeah, if I'm honest, I don't got a fave. I know we've been looking for Zane's crouch shot for the last 5 minutes or more. I forgot even why I'm on this screen. Yeah. I think I was about to show something, but then I forgot. I think I was... Oh, yeah, that's why. I don't have any jump cubes. Never mind then, yeah. Yeah, there's YouTube shorts of showing them all in their boxers, yeah. I mean, the outfits are there in the house stuff, so. But yeah, sorry. For today's agenda, we are going to be reading The Transplanted World, from our main story update to our yesterday, which has a focus on Xavier and Raphael. This main story portion has been a long time coming, so I'm actually excited for this. Yeah, transpotted worlds, throw wide the gates. No, for real, Colville, because like the what's it called? In the trailer, they actually showed parts of Philos, which is Xavier's home planet, and also Lumeria, which is Raphael's home as well. Is this game borderline smut? It's not like, it doesn't show anything outright. It has instances with very heavily implied noises and suggestive dialogue. So do they use spaceships or magic? So Xavier's part uses, I believe, spaceships for this part. I think he did crash land Traceback 2 though, so yeah, it's a use your imagine type of game. Thank you, Titan. You guys have seen me play this long enough to be like, yeah, no, this is a I feel like you guys can describe it better than I can sometimes. Yeah, Caleb is in space all of the time. Poor guy, poor Caleb. They're rerunning his banner. Yeah. Alrighty, give me 1 second. I think I'm having an issue with my earbud. Yeah. One of the Nikkei stories fades to black with bed spring noises. Wait, for real? Is it one of the recent ones, or was it a while back? Cause like in the ASMR Love and Deep Space stuff, like we call them macaroni noises. Yeah, the macaroni noises in one of the early ones. Ah, okay. Did you see his Power Ranger suit looking? Yes, actually, I have that one. Yeah, I have most of, yeah. And I apologize for earlier if I seemed a little combative. There have been people that have come in that have tried to pick fights before, so I'm very cautious these days, especially with media I enjoy. So I apologize if it seemed like I was very combative. With the fandom, sometimes it gets a little, you know, so... Still, I can't get past the amount of heavy breathing and audios and that's, yeah, where I'm just like, oh, kissy noises, here we go. And I'm just like, let me just lower this volume here, yeah. Yeah, if I'm honest, I don't give a shit about the game or the fan base's opinions. I'm just here for the vibes. Yeah. How did you find me anyway, Silent? I'm just curious. Did the platform recommend me? Or like, do you know someone who like who's been here before? I'm just curious. Yeah, one of the ASMRs fades out with her suggestions. You go to the bedroom. Ooh, what the? Okay. Yeah, Walt and we had a conversation about Nikkei and lads, and what's the other one? What's the other one? Yeah. I just searched Love and Deep Space on Twitch and clicked a random person. Okay, no worries. Well, thank you for clicking. Appreciate it. Love and Deep Depression. No, it's true though. Like, Love and Deep Space, Love and Deep Depression, Love and, you know, Freak Space, Deep Throat, as you say. Those nicknames are actually quite applicable. Like, people are like, oh, it's the women's Gooner game, and we're like, yeah, but also the plot. The plot, quote unquote, the guys, and also the story's actually kind of sad. And I think at one point, my husband Wild was watching me play, and he was like, wait, there's combat? Like the very first time he actually saw me do combat, he was like, what? And so now, like, we talk about it. And actually, right before stream, I was telling him I need to roll on Caleb's new thing. Caleb's rerun, I actually need it for combat. I'm stuck on one of his levels for for the orbits. Plus, I need more diamonds, and that's how I farm for them. Yeah, I feel like my name is most true because, you know, plot, and also the entire fan base want to do that with their biases. Yeah. Also, all the spicy banner and stuff have been coming out recently, so, you know, consume it at your own pace. But yeah, oh my god, no, we're not gonna leak anything to the Nixon administration, Coville, no. Yeah, finally we get an Indeed space. Yeah, man, having your fave get power crept must really suck in this game. Yeah, I think, hold on. Sorry, before we go anywhere. So I'm stuck. You can tell who my favorite is based on how many levels of deep space orbits. I'm stuck at Orbit Ice 180. I've been stuck here for a minute, for a while. So there's like 200 plus levels, 210. So I'm stuck here. I can beat the first phase just fine. It's the second phase that I'm stuck at. Because, okay, so here, this guy is he's fully leveled up. So look, he's got like the 3, he's like fully ascended, fully limit break, whatever the term is in your gacha game. Team 2 is not. This one is just base level. This guy he's been ranked twice, but he's still not powerful enough to clear this level. I need a little bit of extra DPS, which I don't have. So yeah, if this companion comes back, after all for him. Yeah. Oh, they're dressers. You're playing 10-2. I am. I am literally playing 10-2. You can change the costumes too, so their battle styles will change. But however, based on like basically the ascension level of these guys, like it affects like your DPS. Yeah. One of the first times I saw this game, I saw someone put Silas into a male wife crown with his wolf cut, no shirt, just telling you fight him like that. It was one of the wildest combos I've ever seen. The amount of screenshots too. Oh, they must have done one of the glitches. I don't know if they like changed it out yet. Cause like there is a way to glitch your MC's hair to the one you use for like screenshots and stuff, because normally your MC's hair is like the default hair or like the costumed hair, but there is a way to glitch it. They haven't patched it out for some of them, so thank God. But yeah, the costume combinations, the screenshot combination, it's crazy. It's creative, and like I enjoy it a lot. This game makes me happy, and my headset is acting up, so give me 1 second. Like, yeah, sure, sometimes like the North Americans, like our server gets the short end of the stick because we're the last one to get updates, but hey, I know who to avoid on social media because I don't want spoilers. Alrighty. Alright. Yeah. So main story, you gotta live with whatever boy is the main boy at the time? Yes. And so how it works is like, main story, like no matter who you're with, it's all technically canon, yeah. Avoid the spoilers. I managed to avoid a lot of the spoilers from like for like the last few weeks because this update came out on New Year's Eve, and it's been a month, and I've dodged all of the spoilers except for one, except for like who the fuck Isaiah is, one of the light seekers. That's it. I don't actually like know anything about what's going on. I actually waited Watching women play this game brings me closer to thinking that when women get down horrendous, they get closer and closer to Toko from Danganronpa. Wait. Who was... Hold on. I don't think I ever, like, consumed... I didn't consume Danganronpa. I have friends who did. Oh! Her! Okay! I remember who she is now. I know how she looks like. Okay. I know who she is now. Okay, understood. How does she do it? Stay off Twitter? I stayed off the Love and Deep Space Twitter. That's what it was. I just like logged in, talked to my friends, logged out. And how did I stay off of Love and Deep Space Twitter when I started? I was still on Final Fantasy XIV Twitter. That's how I, yeah. Like I know who she is. I like don't know how her character plays out though. Cause like, again, I've never fully consumed the game. Like I've never played it. But like, I think I know the kind of vibe. Yeah. I think I know the kind of vibe, and I think I will drop the conversation from there. Yeah, okay. Alrighty. Do I have everything set up? I got my water, I got my tea, and let's see. Because this is a lot of reading, actually. There's like 4 chapters here. I think we're gonna read the first 2, which should be... It looks like it's Saviors, yeah. You get your tea to get the tea, exactly. Yeah. Alrighty, so I believe these are the chapters where Xavier... I think the clock tower is gonna be here. Because we see the clock tower in Xavier's Myth, yeah. I'm talking as someone who's played all the Danganronpa games and have seen people play this game a lot. Okay. Yeah, because like I have an idea of her vibe. I just feel like I can't confidently say because again, I've never played it. Because like my entire like assumption may be wrong. And you know the saying, if you make an assumption, it makes an ass out of you and me. Kind of thing. So like I don't want to like voice the assumption just yet. I'd have to read the Wikipedia or like watch a couple clips to be certain, which I won't be able to do right now because we are starting main story now. Alrighty, last time on Love and Deep Space, Zane fucking left. Alrighty, Zane left. We like did some shit. We left the sanatorium. Alrighty. And he was gone. He needs to come back. At the long-awaited press conference, Val Sanatorium announced they would temporarily stop accepting new patients. According to the official statement, the rationale is that they want to focus their limited resources and expertise on patients with greater needs. Appearing as the spokesperson, Director Wicker takes no questions from the media and bows before leaving the conference room. Having escaped the relentless cameras and hot pursuit, Director Wicker feels satisfied. His mission is complete, and all that remains is filing his final report. Just as he relaxes, a curtain flickers in his periphery. A hard object is pressed against the back of his head. This poor man is getting kidnapped. Or Ever's gonna kill him.
I ask and you answer. So long as you don't lie, I can guarantee your head will stay intact.
Yeah. Yeah, last time on Love and Freak Space, Zane has left the chat. No, fuck it. He really did. He really did. Yeah. Oh yeah, I have a vague memory of you killing a guy in your last story stream. Yeah, the last story stream was in July. The last story stream was in July. Zane almost killed MC for the second time in this lifetime because he couldn't control his evil. The first time was like when they were kids. Yeah, July. Yeah, the last time we had a full main story update for this game was in July. What were you doing? The story didn't update until like December. Yeah, the main story was on hiatus for a while, yeah. But we had a ton of content in the form of the banners. And people were wondering where Xavier and Raphael were, and we finally got them months later. What were you doing? You can't lie. Catch-22 though? Yeah, Catch-22. If they do a rerun of that, the fandom's going insane. I remember we all sat there watching it here on this stream and we're like, oh. It was funny. I remember the first time I read that, read the first card and we sat here going, predators. Silence. Anyway, I'm gonna continue. Is Valentine's a thing in China? I feel like that could go wild in this game. I think they might have done something more Valentine's-ish for their other game, Love and Producer, which is Mr. Love Queen's Choice here in North America. I feel like they did something for that. But I think they were definitely testing the waters with Catch-22. I feel like they might do a Catch-22 BDSM edition. They would have to increase the rating because it is T for teen in like most nations, most regions right now. So they might have to increase that. They did increase it in Asia in a couple of regions there. But who knows? We'll see what happens. They keep seeming like they're towing the line and inching towards that with like how they've been localizing things. So we'll see. We'll see what happens.
We can talk about this.
Where's Benedict?
Who the fuck is Benedict? I feel like I'm gonna have to put the MS Paint sheet up again.
I don't...
The lie that was said instinctively has barely left his lips, and the sound of a laser weapon is being charged resounds. Director Wicker bites the tip of his tongue. He uses the sharp pain to regain his ability to think and weigh his options.
I'm not sure, but he might be on an unnamed floating island.
The location?
It's a moving island. No one knows its exact coordinates. A person like me knowing this much information is already an exception to the rules. Please understand.
One last question.
You're going to die.
Yes.
Is Stanley still alive?
Like a Stanley Cup. My dumbass goes Stanley Cup. Director Wicker feels as if lightning has struck the back of his head. His entire body, even his heart, feels slightly numb. Seemingly unsure of how to answer, he mumbles incoherently as if the question itself filled him with tremendous fear. A series of muffled gunshots reverberates behind him, and Director Wicker's legs give out as he falls. He clutches his head. Horrified, he stares at the reflections at the wall. Hi, Vimimi! Hello, Chance Pluto. Welcome! Vimimi plushie raid. What were you up to today? How are you? Also, Catch-22 released on Valentine's Day. It's a little sad that, what was it? Halloween isn't a thing in Korea. The Nikkei fandom is begging for Halloween costumes. Now, I understand, yeah. Because we had hopes for Halloween costumes, but what we got was even better. We got the Idol banner. Hello, non-binary Neon. Hello, welcome, welcome, welcome. Drawing today and working on a massive animation. Ooh, okay. Well, good luck with your animation. You always make such cool stuff, Vimimi. I hope you're doing well. And happy Friday to you. If you need a raid and run, no worries. And if anybody is new here from Vimimi stream, hi, I'm Reizna. I'm a Snow Leopard VTuber. I'm currently playing Love and Deep Space main story. It's been out for over a month and I'm finally getting around to it. And other games I play are Final Fantasy XIV, you know, the critically acclaimed MMORPG. I'm not gonna say the rest because you all probably know it. And I also play retro RPGs, currently playing Legend of Legaia on PS2 hardware, and also Star Ocean 3 Till the End of Time as well on PS2 hardware. That's kind of some of the stuff that I do. Besides playing like RPGs, I play Love and Deep Space every so often. Every stream I talk about it at least once or twice. But yeah, no, if those are your jam, you know, feel free to stick around. If not, totally fine, totally cool. I gotta go rest now since my wrist needs to not get overworked. Yeah. Oh, yes, feel better, rest your wrist, do whatever you need to do, and take it easy, okay? Take it easy. We'll be around, so thank you again for hanging out with us, and thank you for the raid. The PS2 is like, I'm tired, boss. Yeah, I gotta run because I haven't started this part of the main story, so I'll leave a lurk. Yay, lads. Melodic Blue, thank you for dropping in. Yes, feel free to like step away if you need to. I know I waited a month too, so please, if you need to dodge spoilers, go for it. Go for it. Like, totally understandable, but happy to have you here for even like this small second. But yeah, alrighty, this is your spoiler warning. I'm gonna resume in 3, 2, 1. The assailant who attacked him is forced to leave through the window. Their face isn't revealed, not even once. Footsteps approach. Trembling, Director Wicker turns and cries out in shock.
Benedict!
Director Wicker, you handled the press conference well. You lived up to my expectations.
This fucking guy's from Ever.
However,
The bad guys.
it looks like you can access knowledge you shouldn't otherwise have.
Oh, he's gonna die. Director
Since
Wicker's
you're
gonna die.
interested in the floating island, would you like to see it yourself?
Oh, you're gonna toss him off the floating island. Jesus. At the sight of Benedict's outstretched hand, Director Wicker knows he has no choice but to accept. A private aircraft takes off under the cover of night. It encounters a floating island that suddenly appears like a mirage. The aircraft lands and Benedict carries the unconscious Director Wicker onto the island's only dense forest. He places the modified Director Wicker on the metal surface in the woods. Almost like a sacrifice, the body sinks into the You know what this sounds like? This sounds like the cave thingy that you're supposed to sacrifice people to on the planet of Philos, so then the planet's core keeps going. This better not be that. This better not be that. The platform quickly passes through the artificially constructed soil and enters a cold, metallic interior. At the end of this journey is a vast hall. Inorganic light flickers and spreads. Electronic displays emitting cold lights envelop the area. Oh. Bright floors, curved walls, and soft lighting are constructed by holographic blue lines. For no more than 10 seconds, space is fully built. Even more refined lasers interweave to form 4 or 5 human figures.
This is the Fountain of Atay's latest achievement. It doesn't look impressive.
It's the lady we heard from last main story. I know, dang, she looks evil. I was like, you know, she's giving me like FF7 Scarlet vibes. The figure walks around Director Wicker and loses interest halfway and turns to ask another hologram.
Long time no see, Professor Lucius. You took so many things from my Gaia Biotech, and this is all you can accomplish?
Hold on. Gaia Biotech. Gaia was also the name of the research facility that was destroyed in the location that's now the N109 zone. Jesus, I can't remember what I had for breakfast like yesterday, but I remember like little tiny details of this goddamn game.
The Fountain of Atay's core has nothing to do with your precious research center. Souls can't be shaped,
I was right.
and external devices are useless.
I was right.
You're here.
Oh, it's that man. Okay, so this man is like we've seen him in that one club that or at the bar. What's it called? It was from like a few main stories ago. It was before she went to the N109 zone. Before she met the chapter right before she met Silas. The Nest. That guy was hidden in the shadows. Yeah. Why does that guy only get a silhouette? The MC isn't even here. Okay, so people assume this guy is the sixth love interest. People think this guy is the sixth love interest. I keep tapping the wrong screen. I keep tapping my monitor when I should be tapping my phone. A new figure on the holographic space causes Lucis and the others to fall silent. They turn in unison to show their respect. They appear polite and trusting, even though he's an old man on a hospital
Don't
bed.
pay too much attention to this test subject. It's just today's extra. Or rather, a medium.
The old man makes a beckoning gesture with his hand. The floating platform carrying Director Wicker slowly drifts toward him.
Have the new wavelengths from the deep space signal been successfully decoded?
The silence is abrupt, and the holograms remain motionless. It's clear they're well versed in concealing their emotions. Finally, the old man rises from his deep contemplation. Subtle ripples appear in his otherwise emotionless voice.
The recent disturbances in the deep space tunnel remind me of that starless night from over a decade ago.
Are they talking about the chrono drift catastrophe? Or
The
whatever?
night when the signal from deep space arrived on Earth. 2034. In that era when aerospace technology was advancing, humanity's ambition for deep space exploration expanded faster than the Big Bang. Institutions competed to decode it. They all wanted to be first. The literary world dramatized it. Ignorant masses worshipped it. And they even created the Deep Space Academy. But only our decrypted information is closest to the truth.
With all the stuff I see about this game, I forget that this is the story. Yep. This is the story. And like, it's one of those things where it's like Kingdom Hearts, where you have to kind of like know what's going on in the side stories. There's like, not just like the memory cards that like show you like how the relationships with MC and the love interest have progressed and how they've grown, but there's like side stories that you read, that you can read, and you should read, to understand what's going on with everybody else and like how it's all interconnected with like the main story, because there's a lot of keywords, a lot of key characters and key locations that will be referenced and will be explained. Yeah. A signal from space? I watched Pluribus. Pluribus? You should burn that shit. Alrighty.
Earth is about to experience a grand eradication.
Alright, Stanley. Why? He slowly exhales and forcibly suppresses his elevated tone and emotions.
Then the monsters appeared. Geomagnetic disturbances occurred, and mass extinction events were expedited. The warnings in the signal became reality. The grand eradication is a large-scale elimination process. This planet wants to abandon us and enter its next phase of existence.
Reapers, we've dismissed that claim. And then we find out that the Wanderers are actually humans who have succumbed to the final stage of Protocore Syndrome.
For over a decade, I have strongly advocated for the Fountain of Atay. I've dispatched the Farspace fleet to enter the deep space tunnel's depths to avoid being abandoned.
And then Professor Lucis is the one who placed Caleb and in charge of the Farspace fleet.
There were setbacks, but we managed to obtain the chess piece closest to her, to bring up 2034 again. Was there a mishap?
The chess piece closest to her is Caleb.
To avoid being abandoned, that will only make you
Hi,
a
Jen.
dog begging for fate's mercy. Lucius, you're old. The gears in your brain are covered in rust.
Okay, Stanley, if he's old, what are you then? What piece is Caleb? That's a good question. Probably, if he was a chess piece, like I feel like he would be the knight. Oh, knight or king, knight or bishop. I was thinking knight, but maybe he might be a bishop.
It only took a few decades for evolvers to evolve from mere humans. This proves that in the future, we can reach a point beyond our wildest imaginations. We can achieve immortality.
It's always immortality. Okay, who is this woman? I need to know who this woman is.
Who knows if it's impossible or not? The Lemurians who escaped the last grand eradication are practically living specimens of immortality. Of course, there are also the little ones who came back from the other side of deep space. It proves that some people found a way to survive.
The little ones? Are you talking about the light seekers? The backtrackers?
Planetary immortality only costs a few more lives, but it's still cost effective. What do you think, Soren?
Wait! No, they. Soren was one of the characters from Xavier's story. He was one of the people on his Traceback 2 mission. And then also he was also in that the Xavier main story branch. At the academy I think it was like the college thing that they had to infiltrate, and he got away.
Aside from the decrypted deep space signal, there's no concrete evidence that suggests Earth will face an apocalypse. As for that unkillable monster in the N109 zone, we can't confirm whether the life form is truly indestructible.
The unkillable monster in the N109 zone? Heh, they're talking about Silas. Alrighty, so they've talked about Caleb, which is the chess piece closest to her. They talked about Lemurians. Will they talk about Zane? Or yeah. I know, gotta get the Hilbert effect up in here. I know,
So,
right?
how do we determine whether our persistence in pursuing immortality is a noble endeavor or absurd paranoia?
This guy is questioning what they're doing, so mayhap. Maybe.
The deep space signal isn't an oracle or a prophecy. It's mercy from the universe's governing laws that wish to give humanity a reprieve. What we're able to decode are predetermined facts already set in stone. That evidence you want, it's already part of this world.
He raises his hand. Violently fluctuating metaflux envelops the man bound on the platform. Oh, Jesus. The transformation is completed instantly. A wanderer replaces the human shell only to be killed moments later by hidden weapons. Freaking told you. The crisp metallic shines accompanies the fresh protocore as it falls into the platform. And protocores are like the leftover heart.
Protocores are one of the most powerful pieces of evidence. After the Chrono Rift catastrophe, I discovered the connection between protocore energy and her. I knew what kind of mission the universe gave me.
Oh, fucking hell.
Using protocores to accelerate human civilization's development and allowing humanity to achieve an immortality that aligns with this process. Only then can we survive the grand eradication.
Raise your hand if you think this is a terrible idea. Raise your hand if you think that's a terrible idea, because I don't like that.
The anomalies caused by the deep space tunnel are becoming more frequent. Protocores are always guiding us.
Raising my hand. Thank you, Jin. The protocore trembles and rolls onto a container that extends beneath a platform. Soren makes several gestures in the air. The rhombic container activates the protocore as if it's establishing a connection with some distant space. Jesus. A rift that's shorter than a finger opens in the air. It quickly closes as its energy is depleted.
Recently, the frequency of spatial anomalies and magnetic field disturbances has almost reached the edge of time and space. Once a planet gets swept into that, complete disintegration will soon arrive.
Did you come up with another way to deal with your former teammate? I hope we can defeat your little prince and prove to him that our Soren is the most capable one.
Matters involving the backtrackers aren't to be taken lightly.
Do you need our assistance?
I've had enough of those disgusting manipulation tactics you use on your brainwashed test subjects.
Alright, Soren, alright.
I don't need any help, and I don't need anyone's approval.
Okay. This guy's like, you know what? I'm gonna take care of them by myself.
I will make Xavier fall because of the hypocrisy, arrogance, and impracticality he clings to. That outcome will be enough to prove I'm correct.
Alright. In any case, they don't actually care about your personal matters.
Several hoarse, irregular coughs ring out like a broken clock. It creates a rhythmic agitation that makes hearts flutter.
The deep space tunnel is closing in, and the cage is tightening its grip. It's time to bring her back to us.
No, I am staying in Lincoln City.
Be careful, and try not to let the emissary truly awaken. Our most important hope mustn't be erased.
Zane mentioned Zane is the emissary. Okay, who? Why? Why is he important? I need to know. Soren's image flickers and disappears, and the meeting ends.
I wish you all the best.
I need to know. The holograms scatter and fade away as the cold laboratory's walls dissolve. The scene of clouds dyed in the sunset's colors replaces it. An empty hospital bed hovers above the clouds. It chooses to decay with the twilight rather than surrender to night. Jesus. That was... okay, that was a choice to start with the enemies. That was a choice, okay, but it gave us some lore. Tires escape the ground and whip up the wind. The brand new 470HM carries me across the Mouvert Bridge that's located above the city.
The magnetic field at the incident site shows coupled fluctuations, but the wanderers who correspond to them are nowhere to be found.
She got a new model.
Be a new type. Be careful.
Tara got a new model. Interesting. Copy that. I'm 5 kilometers away from my destination. I'm ready to do some dynamic data collection.
Lincoln City's phasing through things, dimensional ruptures, space-time rifts. Our missions have been weird lately. Everyone was spooked by that snowfall that happened outside of winter. They're jumpy now.
When the world is too peaceful, people tend to find their own sources of entertainment.
There are 500 missions every day. You might be entertained, but I'm not.
Okay, don't be glum. I'll buy you a soda to sweeten your day when we get back. After my call with the data analysis team ends, I look at the sky near the mission site. The clouds stretching out for kilometers appear as if they've been sliced by a giant blade. The cut looks clean. Alright, so we have a... what was it? We have a moment like Shadowbringers, I guess. Is Lincoln Online glitching again? It looks beautiful, though. As the snow that fell outside of winter melts, the recent Alterum incident is slowly forgotten by the public. However, the unusual celestial phenomenon pulls back the curtain on apocalyptic fears in people's hearts. Afterward, anomalies both big and small arrive one after another. They're accompanied by rampant rumors such as the Deep Space Tunnel expansion theory, the Sixth Mass Extinction event, and the Great Human Catastrophe of 2099. Aside from the burdening Deep Space Hunter and Evil Police with countless unnecessary tasks, these rumors injected plenty of chaotic entertainment into the otherwise mundane lives of Lincoln's residents. The only reassuring thing here is that Zane hasn't shown any more abnormalities, but I know his troubles didn't end just because the Fountain of Atay press conference was cancelled. Benedict is continuing his plan behind the scenes again. Perhaps Zane's confrontation with him has also temporarily moved below the surface. Ever since we parted ways at the cemetery, he's been visiting the Fractal Library more frequently. Maybe he's finding a solution to this dilemma in the world of books. That strange boy with white hair all told me this. He called himself Shubai. he somehow got an electric watch. When he's not using it to explore the novel world of the internet, he confides me in using what he calls irreverent words. For example, the emissary is hiding in the maze of bookshelf and ignoring everyone. The emissary is pulling all-nighters again. The emissary only orders milk tea for himself. He doesn't ask if I want any. At least the Fractal Library can access the internet. Oh, okay. So that's how. Alrighty. So you meet this kid in the previous storyline, and also you find out how he gets the watch. He gets the watch through Zane's parents in the short story. Kid gets an Apple Watch. I turn off the motorcycle's engine when I reach my destination. I refocus and remove my helmet and approach the edge of a buzzing crowd. Oh, that's really low. I guess they're supposed to sound like they were like distant, off in the distance. On-site dynamic data collection will take 30 seconds. I'll check the records from the nearby stabilizer. Connected. Oh, that's new. Fluctuation amplitude has been normal for the past 3 days. Whenever those coupled fluctuations appear, they coincide with protocore transfer vehicles passing through.
This falls under normal interference. Dynamic data retrieval complete. Hold on. The results from advanced tech labs are back. There's a 0.51% chance of a wanderer appearing. Great. That's one more false alarm to our list.
That's still 0.51.
A lot of rare phenomena are just astronomical occurrences. We're probably paranoid.
That's a good thing. A false alarm is better than an actual thing. Since the data has been verified, I'll close the case. Commission. Client. Special Task Force. Status and progress. Wide-range protocore anomalies detected in the Lumaistas district. Immediate on-site confirmation required.
Please don't block the area! The Special Task Force will confirm if this is related to highly dangerous evolvers. Deep Space Hunters are on their way. Hey, don't use this as an excuse to stand on the trash can. Otto, the city inspector, will photograph and record everything.
Pushing through the crowd, I pass through the light barrier the Special Task Force has set up. When I turn my head, I lock eyes with the officer on duty.
It's you again.
Oh, have I seen you before? A familiar stranger.
This is the 5th time we've been assigned to the same mission, right? What a coincidence.
After evacuating the crowd and finishing our mission, the officer and I crack open energy drinks for each other outside a convenience store. So remember that joke about energy drinks we had a couple streams ago? It's real. After the last Alterum-related incident, your department and our association have been doing a long-term joint operation. We'll probably keep running into each other.
They say it's to strengthen police-hunter cooperation and mutual learning. But I bet there are things they can't keep under wraps anymore. Did you hear? Someone saw a futuristic spaceship in the forest. It fell out of a space-time rift. The case disappeared the moment it was entered into the system. Don't you think it's suspicious?
Really? A futuristic spaceship? That's really sci-fi.
I already dealt with 5 anomalies today. I'm going to do 2 more before grabbing a bite to eat. What about you?
I'm gonna go check on that spaceship. Oh, there's an extremely subtle disturbance behind me. It's like 2 bubbles rising from the calm waters. They're followed by a trace akin to gently rippling waves that swiftly disappears. I look at the magnetic field stabilizer. It's not sending out a signal.
What's wrong? Do we have a problem on our hands?
It's from the No-Hunt Zone 39. There might be more to this than meets the eye. I shouldn't involve other people for now. I shake my head. And the words that Xavier said not long ago echo in my mind.
Based on my observation and analysis, particularly capable evil police officers are usually drawn to bizarre cases.
Oh right, there's an update on the case we handled together. The one about the ballroom sink turning into pure gold. This time it was the toilet that transformed. A child's hand is stuck to it.
Really? Don't tell me I'm about to encounter an evolver with a golden touch. I'll handle the golden toilet case. I can keep going. Good luck on your next mission. Stay safe.
Once the officer's figure disappears into the distance, I pull out my phone and send a voice message to a familiar chat. Xavier, no hunt zone number 39 shows signs of a magnetic field overlap. I'm heading there now. How are things on your end? No Hunt Zone number 39 was once part of the Lumaistus district. It's where a large expanse of high-rise buildings was built along the waterfront to get a view of the river. But when the Chrono Rift catastrophe struck, the natural beauty and value that humans assigned to it became meaningless. It said that No Hunt Zone 39 wasn't supposed to be irrecoverable, but at some point wanderers began emerging endlessly from the building's overlapping shadows. It's as if a crack leading to some monster lair had opened up. The energy levels in the area significantly dropped later on and remained stable. Its danger levels were far below the average for no hunt zones. However, no one believes the no hunt zone number 39 can be reclaimed. Outside the perimeter, I just parked my motorcycle when Xavier starts a video call with me.
Are you alone? And are you sure it's a magnetic field overlap?
It is. Those coupled fluctuations, like two bubbles bursting one after another on a water surface, are obvious. This isn't a false alarm for the association.
I'll wrap things up here and find you. Give me 2 minutes. 2.5 at most. If you see anyone who looks like a backtracker,
I'll quietly follow them. You told me multiple times already. You've dealt with worry. You've turned into a worrywart with all this nagging, Xavier.
I see someone who thinks I'm always nagging doesn't want the results about the biometric key.
You and Jeremiah finally figured it out. Tell me!
It's the same as the preliminary examination. We can't unlock it. All we know is that there's an unknown substance inside. And it's not a chip.
I swear to God, if it's like blood. You mean...
We can only go to Soren and see if he can unlock it. He's familiar with the old Gaia Research Center. So you'll have to keep moonlighting for me behind the association's back.
It's a win-win collaboration, but you make it sound like I'm getting a bad deal. Unable to stop myself from grumbling internally, I poke his smiling face on the screen. Who would have expected things to turn out this way 2 weeks ago? 2 weeks ago, Hunters Association.
Whether it's a rupture or instances of buildings phasing in and out, they're fundamentally related to magnetic field fluctuations and must be taken seriously.
Man, I'm so mad her voice changed.
I know there have been many false reports lately, which makes it easy to overlook real threats. Everyone must remain vigilant.
As the briefing ends, the crowd disperses. I see a figure who shouldn't be here. Xavier, he should have voluntarily. Is the world actually ending? In a usually deserted, quiet corner of the Unicorn's building lobby, I raise my arm to block the sneaky figures
Fancy
path.
seeing you here, partner. We ran into each other in a corner. It must be fate.
Jesus, this isn't fate. I'm cornering you and skipping the small talk. Xavier, you're at the association because of those abnormal magnetic fields are actually a problem, right?
Yes. The issue is that the magnetic fields are abnormal.
My other arm quickly rises and I promptly cut off his escape rope on the other side. His eyelashes are lowered, but he doesn't speak. He just looks at me. What are you doing? Are you trying to use your eyes to show your sincerity? I'm not falling for that
Then
today.
should I try a different approach?
As he speaks, he furrows his brow, his eyes showing reproach. His expression displays disapproval. I'm not falling for that one either.
Well, I guess I failed. I don't have another trick up my sleeve.
How dare he? Fine, if you won't tell me, then I'll go ask our good friend Jeremiah.
I'm trying to find someone.
I turn and look at Xavier.
Soren. Based on what we know about him, he's most likely hiding in areas with magnetic field anomalies. And most of these anomalies may be linked to the Flux Nexus.
Aside from hiding in magnetic fields, are there any other clues that can help us locate Soren as quickly as possible?
Recently, some backtrackers I've lost contact with have returned to Lincoln secretly. They left the backtrackers to follow Soren. I also visited Isaiah today. Back then, he left the backtrackers with them, and they all joined Ever. Soren's whereabouts? I'm afraid only Isaiah would know.
Oh, that's right. They all did join Ever, and then I think Isaiah left, I think is what happened in the short story. I've heard the name Isaiah before. I saw him at a psychiatric hospital too. At the time I was doing a Wander Defense seminar and happened to run into Xavier, Jeremiah, and the person who they hid behind them. He was a strange young man who appeared to be mentally ill, yet he stared at me with a sharp gaze and said he knew me. According to Xavier, Isaiah had already escaped with a lot of Ever's classified information. He was on the run for a while. When they saw him again, he had already been dazed and confused. He also lost part of his memory. I haven't seen Isaiah in a long time. Jeremiah must have moved him somewhere else. How has he been lately? Do you remember the grievances? Does he remember the grievances and entanglements between you? Does he still remember Soren?
He's missing.
What? Did Soren kidnap him?
I don't think so. I went to the cottage where Jeremiah had him staying. All his clothes were still there. The only thing missing was the Order of Lightseeker's uniform. He probably remembered something and wants to handle it in the identity he values most.
At the edge of No Hunt Zone 39, a somewhat furtive figure flashes by. Those long robes look out of place in Lincoln City. What's even more peculiar is, when he disappeared, did he take the Lightseeker's uniform and sneakers?
A pair of sneakers was missing from the shoe cabinet. They were blue.
I immediately cross the perimeter and ride up the 470 HM. I chase after those blue sneakers. I see him. Hurry up! You need to be here now! This was the spoiler that I saw. Because Isaiah is related to Xavier from a branch family. So he's not the crown prince, but he's like part of the royal line from like a distant cousin or something. Or like cousin once removed or whatever. That's the spoiler I saw. Deep within the alley's darkness. This doesn't feel like a trap or an ambush. The fluctuation, it's inside. If Isaiah knows Soren's whereabouts, then maybe he fled here to meet him? I send the updated coordinates to Xavier and crouch as I slip into the alley. My combat boots traverse dust-covered ground silently. Not even a speck of dust is stirred. I advance cautiously when my body feels heavy all of a sudden, as if I pass through an invisible barrier. Flinching back, I find a soft glow immediately fills my vision. Oh, shit. We had a small disconnect. Oh, are we back? Are we back? Hello? Oh. Are we good? Are we back? Cool. Alright, so we're gonna backtrack a minute or so. So we're chasing Isaiah. We saw him run down an alleyway. We got off the bike. It's still running. We sent the coordinates to Xavier. We chased after him, and now we're in front of the Philos Military Academy looking thing. What's going on? The narrow alleyway is replaced by a stone street that leads to a plaza, and its center is a massive sculpture. I step back and turn around, but I don't return to familiar surroundings. The sensation between my feet is so real, it's undeniable. I've experienced this before in the other magnetic field overlaps I've dealt with. In the park, a vintage stable appears out of nowhere. Stairs leading to a rooftop turn into a mural, a well materializing next to a platform. But none of those anomalies were as vivid as this. It really feels like I traveled into another world.
How long are you going to stand there like that?
Huh? That somewhat haughty voice belongs to Isaiah, who looks even more arrogant than he sounds. The well-fitted knight uniform make him look sharper, and if you ignore his blue sneakers, he'd probably be intimidating. Unfortunately, they're hard to ignore.
You're being very rude right now. What's with that look on your face? If my knight boots hadn't been damaged in the previous battle, I wouldn't need to dress in such a ridiculous manner. Jeremiah, the despicable scoundrel. He only gave me everyday shoes.
Also, Isaiah doesn't like Jeremiah because Jeremiah is a commoner. Wow, he definitely has grievances. Seeing that I'm not reacting to his complaints, Isaiah feels like he's talking to himself. Gritting his teeth, his expression shifts. He raises his chin to address me with renewed
I saw
dignity.
you outside the no-hunt zone. I knew you'd respond to our royal homeland summons and come here. This is your destiny.
Oh my god.
And an opportunity that fate has granted me.
The fuck does that mean, Isaiah? The Fate Luminescence coalesces in his hands and transforms into a short sword. He then points it at me. Oh, this...
Isaiah, 5th Squadron Leader of the Order of Lightseekers, Senior Counselor of the Royal Council, and member of the Royal Family's last generation.
Okay.
Formally challenges you to an honorable duel.
You'll fight me as 3 people? Wait, you're gonna fight me as 3 people?
I can die fighting for honor, but I refuse to be insulted to death by you.
It turns out even the most arrogant person will lose their dignity when pushed to a breaking point. Isaiah doesn't wait for my response. As soon as he finishes shouting, he charges at me like an elegant yet furious goose. He raises his sword. I move almost simultaneously. I'll create some distance between us and use electrical rounds As soon as the bullet leaves the gun barrel, my target has already flickered and vanished. He can teleport as well. Seeing Xavier's teleportation combat style so many times, my heart skips a beat. I pick a direction and
You're
run.
running away during a duel? You've changed.
I look back. Isaiah is now standing where I had been, sword slicing air. He looks in the direction I fled, and his figure flickers and vanishes once again. Enemies who can teleport are so annoying. Xavier's weakness. What was it again? Before I can figure it out, a light flashes. Isaiah teleports to be just a few steps away from me. That's right, distance. Even if they both use the light evil, he's still not Xavier. Only those whose evil is as strong as Xavier's can teleport everywhere. Judging by Isaiah's evil, 10 meters is his limit. A strategy gradually takes shape in my mind as I sprint at full speed towards the plaza. Traps I dropped along the way occasionally work. They electrocute Isaiah until he flickers like a malfunctioning streetlight. When I reach the base of the giant sculpture, I prepare to welcome a furious Isaiah to my trap, but he actually stops in his tracks.
Out of all the places you could have chosen, do you know what it means to duel here?
Following his arm, I examine the somewhat indistinct statue behind me. The magnetic field isn't stable enough, but the sculpture's upper half is lost in a shapeless void. The lower half isn't exactly solid. It looks like a sword.
Whether it's intentional or not, you've chosen to let this duel continue with the holy sword of the goddess as your witness.
Isaiah flourishes his blade, then he holds it in an upright, formal stance.
I shall treat this more earnestly and give it my all.
Why did he suddenly get so serious?
You're not going to say anything? I know what you're planning. You want to provoke me so that I'll lose my composure. Then you'll exploit an opening. Let's see if you can still predict my sword techniques.
Isaiah, she's not the girl. She's not the girl that Xavier trained with. Beating his calm gaze, I have a bad feeling about this. Blade strikes, each faster than the last, move closer step by step, but when my heel hits the hard base of the sculpture, I realize I have nowhere to run. Clang. Hi, Xavier.
Xavier!
Before the light fades, Isaiah is already calling out the name of the person before him through gritted teeth. Duel and link on.
Drawing your sword against an unarmed opponent. Is this your idea of chivalry?
What do you mean? She has a gun!
What do you mean she has a... Wait a second, hold on. I need to listen to this again.
Drawing your sword against an unarmed opponent. Is this your idea of chivalry?
What do you mean? She has a gun!
She has a gun, but she has no idea why you're dueling her. She doesn't know. We don't know. Xavier looks at me, and the gun in my hand, his expression remains the same.
It's wrong if one party in a duel doesn't wield a sword. For the sake of your knight uniform, I acknowledge your sincerity for this duel.
A familiar light blade in his hand gathers light as he pushes me back with his sword arm. The blade cuts through the air as if it's pointed directly at his opponent.
She doesn't have a sword, but I do.
Do you think I'm stupid? I didn't win against you last time, so I won't...
Similar to how Isaiah didn't give me the option to refuse, Xavier doesn't wait. In a flash of light, two blades, one long and one short, clash. At first, I admired the intensity of their battle and their excellence of their swordsmanship. But then the flashing lights, bright and dim, become so dazzling I can no longer make out the fight's progress. Finally, a cry of pain cuts through the thorough display of light pollution. Whether bright or dim, all the lights have now fallen silent. Isaiah rolls across the smooth stone pavement until he comes to a stop in front of me.
All the honor you wagered now belongs to her.
On what grounds?
On the grounds that you lost.
Fine. It's pointless for me to take it anyway. Xavier can't help but chuckle, but judging by how Isaiah is glaring at us, it seems he'd like nothing more than to leap up and stab his sword through the both of us. I crouch in front of him and pick up the badge that fell off his uniform. Since you lost, I should be able to ask a few questions. You escaped and came all this way here. Why?
This isn't the place to do an interrogation. The magnetic field isn't stable. Let's take him back and question him properly.
I look at Xavier and he gently shakes his head.
Soren isn't here.
All right. Seeing the band of light as thick as the hemp rope appear in Xavier's palm, Isaiah rubs his waist and gets up. Hatred tinges the words that leave his mouth.
Don't you dare tie me up! I am the 5th Squadron leader of the Order of Lightseekers, senior counselor of the Royal Council.
Will you promise you won't try to run off again?
The holy sword of the goddess shall be my witness.
This is the first time Xavier looks directly at the statue known as the Holy Sword of the Goddess since he arrived. He looks as calm as still water, and he says nothing.
Capturing me is pointless, Xavier. You don't know how to leave this place.
But it sounds like you do.
I won't say anything.
Alright, I guess we'll leave you behind. Bye! You're one of us now, and what you know, we know.
How am I one of you?
Even a defeated enemy is still human.
As he speaks, ribbons of light flow like water and form knots around Isaiah's wrists. Stop being invasive and just tell us how to get out. You don't want to be tied up forever, right? Xavier walks over to stand beside me and crosses his arms. With calm confidence, he looks at Isaiah. Isaiah maintains a composed expression while gritting his teeth, then he reluctantly gestures.
Breaking through a magnetic field overlap is difficult for others. But it'll be simple since you're here. Find the flux nexus that is gathering energy and destroy it. Then the energy will disperse. The field shall collapse soon after.
I crouch and place my palm on the ground. I'm about to resonate with the surrounding environment, but Xavier pulls me back.
Don't act rashly. If it just involves destroying the flux nexus, then I can do it too.
Of course. One massive evol burst can make any magnetic field explode. Assuming you don't have that thing on your neck.
Oh, right. He has a power limiter on his neck. Isaiah lifts his chin to expose his throat and mockingly taps his nape.
Otherwise, it'd be suicide.
Let me do it. I pat the back of Xavier's hand, then I close my eyes and activate my evil to search for the flux nexus in the magnetic field. Going to where the energy converges, I discover the flux nexus isn't very strong. I use the resident's evil to destroy it. The swirling anomaly, concentrated energy disperses like lambs released from a pen. It drifts away peacefully. The surrounding scenery splits apart, collapses, and shakes violently. Taking one last look at the blurry visage of the holy sword of the goddess, I suppress the strange feeling welling up in my heart. I grasp Xavier's outstretched hand. The 470 HM speeds away, and all the commotion fades with the receding dust clouds. This part of the urban ruins returns to its lifeless state once more. It's past midnight. Thick fog rises among the towering buildings, and it silently creeps up their exterior walls to engulf them. 3 hooded figures walk into the fog and stir eerie ripples in their wake.
We can't get in now without an anchor point.
I know, city in ruins.
I didn't expect her and Xavier to charge in.
It's all because of Isaiah. When he goes crazy, he's not afraid of anything.
Oh, are you gonna kill him now?
Did she see the holy sword of the goddess? Do you think she'll remember us? And Philos?
The backtracker acting as their leader crouches down. Her palm hovers over the ground and chaotic traces are washed away as if they were cleansed by water. The cracked road beneath seems corrupted like code that's glitched out. A small section transforms into a weathered heavy slab made out of pure stone.
Soren didn't lie to us. It's real this time. He actually did it. Now, waiting is our best offense.
Soren specifically asked us to work with Ever's cleaners to intercept and eliminate Xavier and the others.
Does that also include Her Majesty and Jeremiah?
Yep, that's what it means.
They shouldn't be able to stop Soren's plan anymore. Is this really necessary?
The backtracker falls silent. She presses her hand against the stone slab slowly and reluctantly caresses it.
Soren isn't a qualified leader. It's up to you if you want to follow his orders. Regardless of whether his heart is consumed by hatred or blinded by madness, what he's doing hasn't betrayed the backtracker's original goal.
Which was to find another way to save Philos.
Until the outcome is decided, I will never give up. This is my responsibility as a backtracker. It also involves my honor as a person.
Because Xavier gave everything up to save MC, and that included betraying the backtrackers.
An unknown path ahead and giving it our all. If we're still hesitating at this point, we'd be too weak. If everyone could always be like Xavier, the backtrackers wouldn't have split up or ended up like us.
A faint sound of a bell drifts from the fog steps. The 3 almost simultaneously look into the distance. The classical buildings of various height cast shadows that flicker in and out of view. They vanish as quickly as they appear, while the thick fog surges with hidden currents. Someone waits in restless anticipation for the final reckoning to arrive. Alright, tea time. The questioning at Philo. Oh, we're going to the flower shop. Hold on. We get to see one of my favorite side characters, Jeremiah. God. He used to be voiced by Caleb's voice actor. I think they changed his voice actor. After leaving No Hunt Zone number 39, we escort Isaiah back to the flower shop. His hands are bound by bands of light.
You promised you wouldn't tie me up, but you went back on your word. I'll dismember you, turn you into custard to spread on bread, and eat you!
Isaiah, I fail to understand how that's an insult. I fail to understand.
You don't like custard.
They said they wouldn't tie you up. But did I say that? I'm pretty sure I didn't.
Oh, I wonder why they changed it. Hold on, wait. Did they change his voice actor, or does he like...
They said they wouldn't tie you up. But did I say that? I'm pretty sure I didn't.
Yeah, I think they did change it. Yeah, now in Jeremiah's territory, he grabs Isaiah in one fluid motion and throws him into the chair. He then pulls out plastic zip ties to secure him to its back. Seeing the lucky bamboo nearby wrapped up, Isaiah kicks his legs in panic. Buckets of herbaceous peonies, grade A with a black label, falls over. Flowers lie scattered on the floor. It looks like Jeremiah has reached his limit.
Can I knock him out?
That's not a good idea.
Do you really think he won't betray us again?
Without saying a word, Xavier drags over a high stool and sits down. He slowly raises his hand and creates 4 walls of light that surround Isaiah.
Why would you use our family's punishment on me over something this trivial? How insulting!
Huh? This is baffling to watch. I nudged Jeremiah with my shoulder. What's the relationship between those two?
He's from the Philosian royal family. He's Xavier's younger cousin. He's always had a bone to pick with Xavier ever since he was born.
Wait, they're brothers? They're brothers, not cousins? Wait. What the? Jeremiah, don't lie to me. Huh? He's royalty? Xavier, royalty?
Those flowers are precious. You shouldn't have kicked them over. I'll let you go after you answer a few questions.
I need to ask the fandom. Isaiah silently glares at us, and he's settled for a non-violent, non-cooperative state. The standoff lasts for a second, then Xavier and I look at each other. The corner of his mouth twitches to signal for me to go. But I quirk an eyebrow to signal for him to go. 3 seconds pass, and Xavier's gaze shifts slightly. He gets up, moves me to the high stool with my back turned away, and places his hands on my shoulders and whispers,
"We have to quickly get useful information out of him. You're the only one who can do it. Jeremiah gets into arguments with him, and we're hostile towards each other. He won't cooperate."
After that unfriendly encounter in the magnetic overlap, he probably won't be willing to cooperate with me either. A soft laugh reaches my ears. Xavier gently touches my earlobe.
Don't underestimate how much you mean to him.
What the fuck does that mean? Wait, don't underestimate how much you mean. Sir, you are one of the most jealous people in this fucking game. What do you mean? Oh my god. So there's history here.
To all the backtrackers, you are different.
Is it because she was queen? Fine, the worst that could happen is that we waste more time. At least we have some to spare. Xavier turns to me and the stool to face Isaiah. I clear my throat before addressing him. Why did you run away?
Why did you appear near No Hunt Zone number 39?
I sense the magnetic field anomaly there. We've been investigating anomalous incidents lately.
Investigating? So you're not sure what's inside that magnetic field either. Aren't you afraid I might mislead you?
My approach is no match for Isaiah. He's controlling the flow of the conversation. How did you find the overlap? You escaped to No Hunt Zone number 39 because of the magnetic field overlap. How did you find it? Special equipment, or did someone give you information? It's not hard to guess that place must have been related to the backtrackers. But Xavier and Jeremiah could only conduct systematic searches for abnormal magnetic fields. Someone is supporting Isaiah, or was he the one who planted the flux nexus in the magnetic field? This relentless questioning is putting a considerable amount of pressure on him. I feel more confident. For the next question, I turn to Jeremiah. He decided to escape today. Is today special?
I gave him a monthly subscription for Lincoln Monthly. I didn't let him have any other way to contact the outside world. Today should be the day he receives the magazine.
In other words, you only learned about the anomalous incidents in Lincoln City today. We can assume you were aware of the magnetic field overlap in No Hunt Zone number 39. Based on the reports in the newspaper, you knew certain things had already begun.
You've made your assumptions. Why are you still questioning me?
Isaiah looks at me listlessly, his stubborn defiance gradually fading away.
No Hunt Zone number 39 was one of the locations Soren selected. It was the closest, so I just decided to confirm it. I never thought. Everyone underestimated Soren.
Not me.
I always knew he wasn't someone you could mess with.
I didn't doubt him either.
Fine, I'm the only one who was blind to the obvious. Are you even listening to me?
Oh, I can kind of see the resemblance right now. They kind of got the hair. Xavier and I promptly restrain Jeremiah, and Xavier puts on a serious expression. He signals for Isaiah to
During our
continue.
backtracking, we theorized many potential solutions to Philo's crisis. One was planet transplantation.
Oh God, no. No. No, don't you fucking... Oh my God, no. I'm looking at this phrase and I'm going, oh, this is what Endless Fiend and Zoral Ja wanted.
You saw the state of the magnetic field overlap? Don't tell me you didn't realize it was one of the methods for achieving planet transplantation.
Oh my God, all of my games just merging together, huh?
All the methods we discussed exist only in theory. They're impossible to implement.
Then how do you explain what we saw inside the magnetic field? If this was just an abnormal magnetic field caused by spatial fractures or displacement, it should have been empty inside.
Here we go, deep space theory, woohoo! He's not wrong. What about those buildings we saw? They're clearly products of a civilization.
Inside No Hunt Zone number 39 was... Philos.
Philos? Even though I had a feeling that might be the case, I'm still shaking about the confirmation. That's where the backtrackers came from? Xavier's home? As if sensing my unasked questions, Xavier shakes his head.
It looks like our homeland, but I doubt that's the real Philos. It's more akin to a projection. Think of how light from a planet travels for a long time before being observed. What we see in that moment is actually how it was many years ago.
I agree with your assessment. What we can confirm right now is that Soren found a way to create magnetic field overlaps. Maybe he's actually attempting to do a transplantation.
Everyone is calm, but I quickly compose myself and follow their lines of reasoning. I don't really understand the planet transplantation thing, but since it's supposed to solve Philos' predicament, it should be affecting Philos as well. Soren is on Earth right now, so you don't think he's trying to transplant Earth, right?
Good question. If you hadn't have dragged me back here, I would have already tracked him down and forced him to tell me his plans. I guess you'll have to find the answer yourselves.
See? Maybe we should have just knocked him out.
I warily declined Jeremiah's kind offer while holding down his eager fists. I wonder why Xavier hasn't kept Jeremiah in check, only to see him looking down with a furrowed brow. He's seemingly lost in thought. Xavier? Are you thinking about Soren's schemes?
I can't figure out what he's planning for now, but maybe we don't need to know. If we obsess over trying to predict his moves, we'll be easily led around by the nose. We don't need to know everything. As long as we can identify a general pattern and strike the vital point, we can still achieve our goal. And Soren is clearly the vital point in all of his plans.
But how will we convince him to give up once we find him?
We don't have to.
Xavier blinks.
At worst, we can follow Jeremiah's advice and knock him out to control the situation.
I guess knocking people out is a tradition passed down between backtrackers. Xavier nods in a slightly bashful manner. It's as if someone just praised him. I'm speechless. Meanwhile, Xavier raises his finger. The light walls and bands of light around Isaiah's wrist scatter, into specks of starlight before dissipating.
Aside from No Hunt Zone number 39, What are the other locations Soren selected?
Are you planning to search through them one by one? I advise you to reconsider. When you were captured by Eva, Soren also participated in modifying your suppressor. The rest of us will have better odds against him.
The suppressor is the thing around Xavier's neck. Isaiah analyzes the situation calmly, even through his dissatisfaction with Xavier is evident in every
The
word.
magnetic field overlap is Soren's all-or-nothing gamble. He won't be merciful this time. Considering his access to Ever's resources, do you think he developed something that'll specifically target your suppressor?
Probably.
Probably.
This time, I know. Soren modified your suppressor. What did he
Don't
do?
worry. I won't let myself be at a disadvantage.
You could remove the suppressor.
That's the one thing we'll never do.
Then you can sit back and watch Earth get torn to shreds.
Isaiah lets out a cold snort, his expression a mix of detached indifference and simmering anxiety. That very anxiety stirred a faint unease in me as well. Are the problems Soren caused really that bad? Isaiah tends to be a little dramatic when he speaks. I need to find a chance to ask Xavier about his suppressor privately.
Everyone's exhausted. Let's get some rest. Soren is human too. Even when he's up to no good, he still needs to sleep.
Alright, I'll take care of this guy. We can discuss how to sort out his situation tomorrow.
Jeremiah gets up to see us off and uses it as an opportunity to sneakily kick Isaiah, but he dodges. Xavier and I pretend not to notice and we keep our gazes focused on what's ahead as we leave. You know, I'd never noticed his shirt like right here. I've been more focused on like the coat. We turn the corner and since the flower shop is closed and no one's around, we meet each other's gazes and burst out into laughter.
They're probably fighting right now.
Does it? Let's bring him some ointment tomorrow. Oh, they're gonna need it. I actually need to check. After this chapter, I wonder how many fan fictions of Jeremiah and Isaiah there are right now. Alrighty. Okay, 10 p.m. isn't exactly late for Lincoln City. Usually, the warm glow from the small stalls would light up the pedestrian zone, and their gentle yet inviting radiance can create a welcoming pathway for visitors. As Xavier and I walk down the somewhat empty street, I sense a feeling of desolation.
I can't smell any fried rice or grilled sausage.
Lots of anomalies have been appearing lately. People joke about wanting the apocalypse to hurry up, but deep down they're worried. The convenience store should still be open. Do you want to go there? No energy drinks for you, MC.
I'm not
We've had a
hungry.
few. Liar. I narrow my gaze and grab his shirt by the shoulder. You've been acting strange ever since we finished interrogating Isaiah, and now you're saying you're not hungry? That's a lie because this man is always hungry. They always get hot pot. He's got like the membership for like Heidi Lau or something.
I'm actually not hungry.
Are you you're not sleepy either, are you? That's weird. Unless there's a serious problem, you'd say okay and eat something even if you weren't hungry.
True. I'm thinking about a problem.
That's how we know there's a problem. Yeah, when he eats hot chip and lies. Yeah, exactly. You get it, Zaya.
I'm thinking about...
The silence around us makes Xavier's pause as he struggles to respond, all the more obvious. Under my increasingly insistent stare, a finger is pressed against my forehead and it gently pushes me back.
I'm thinking about how accurately you pinpointed Isaiah's weaknesses. You've never met him before, but you knew how to deal with him. Did you just wing it?
Xavier's being sly again. He's using the way I interrogated Isaiah to avoid my questions. Xavier smiles innocently, but his eyes reveal a hint of mischief.
Your brain is overloaded from processing too much information. So it wants to use me as a distraction to relax for a bit. If you want to relax, I have plenty of ways to help with that.
No thanks. Knocking me out doesn't count as relaxing. Ma'am, that is not what he's talking about. I cross my hands above my head to block the palm that's moving above me.
Do you think I only use violence to solve my problem?
I've never really thought about it that way before, but after Isaiah appeared, the impression has become more obvious. It's not my fault. Taking advantage of my relaxed state, Xavier breaks through my defenses and vigorously rubs my head with a considerable amount of force. Before I can even protest, his fingers press down on several pressure points. My tense mind actually feels at ease.
Better?
Temporarily, but none of these problems have been solved. I also need to keep a close eye on you. These moments of relaxation are just a drop in the bucket. In the darkness, light in Xavier's eyes seems to flicker for a moment. He lets out a soft sigh near my ear.
You already know what I'm going to do, don't you?
Oh shit. You want Isaiah to tell you the remaining locations, and you'll find Soren yourself.
You won't accept that.
Nope. Spot on. I wouldn't. I know we have relevant leads, so we should find them as soon as possible. But I can't give him too much time and let the situation spiral out of control. It looked like I easily dealt with the spatial anomalies today, but that's because of my evil in the Aether Core. The number of anomalous incidents is increasing. If these things start appearing everywhere in the future, I'll be exhausted to death and still won't be able to deal with all of them. But girl, there are other hunters in the Hunters Association. You'll be fine. No, we won't, because main character syndrome.
To ensure you're alive, we should catch Soren as soon as possible.
The deserted commercial street has ironically become the perfect place for a serious conversation. In the middle of the road, Xavier steps near the street lights while pulling me along. We're moving as if we're taking a leisurely stroll. But it has to be you! No,
I want to find Soren
I don't
by
want
myself,
responsibility
but I
right
don't
now.
want to stop him immediately.
My MC wants to cuddle with her love interest.
Isaiah is right. We don't know what or how much he created with Ever's resources. He definitely prepared a few things that target me specifically. Isaiah wasn't being paranoid. If Soren completes the planet transplantation, the stalls, markets, and life as we know it will cease to exist.
Hi, Morisabe. What's that? Derp space. Yep.
That can't happen. And if Philos were to return that way, it may not be the one we're hoping for.
Your love interest, our love interest, as they say to you. Feeling somewhat melancholic, I nod. I know the strategy he has is much more foolproof. But you're not the only one who can do
Compared
this.
to me, is there anyone who's more likely to escape unscathed from this reconnaissance mission?
Oh, just you.
Jeremiah? Isaiah?
Me.
All things considered, neither of them are as suitable as I am.
If I ignore what Xavier is actually saying, his nonchalant tone would make me think he's discussing something as trivial as having more hair than anyone else. The problem is your chances of escaping unscathed are greatly reduced. All because of that thing. Sensing my gaze on his neck, Xavier lowers his chin slightly. His expression becomes somewhat complex. Oh my god.
Then we'll think of a way to get rid of it.
You're thinking about... Aside from finding Soren, you were also thinking about how to remove the suppressor, right? Xavier is about to answer, but after he glances at me, he stops walking and his eyes narrow.
You sound eager.
I'm coming with you.
For what?
Those two things. Removing the... Oh. Excuse me. Sorry. Removing the suppressor can't be easy. Something like that is comparable to undergoing major surgery. You'll need family or friends there to support you. And if we gather intel afterward, you'll be able to launch a surprise attack and subdue Soren. I need to work with you to fight our way out. Compared to Xavier's strategy, mine is a little bit more idealistic. But I already made up my mind. If he doesn't listen to reason, I'll monitor his every move 24/7 without taking a break. Do I need a reason to stick with my partner through everything? I hear the sound of a message notification, and Xavier checks it. Then he puts his device away and looks out.
Let's move.
Where are we
We
going?
need to do things that require family to be present from start to finish.
He called her family! He called us family. That's cute. Under the streetlight, two shadows suddenly intertwine and overlap. After a burst of brilliant light, the street is deserted. That was cute. Yeah. I'll probably read until the end of this part, this chapter, and then probably do more next week. I'm getting sleepy. At midnight, a building located in the commercial area has its upper floor lights on. It's a normal occurrence. The well-dressed man finishes reading the documents in his hand. After confirming their accuracy, he reads them into the paper shredder. In an age of paperless offices, he's one of the few who still prefers to work with physical documents. For certain intel exchanges, this tendency has become his signature style and calling card. The rough texture beneath his finger gives him a greater sense of accomplishment. Text that's stored electronically makes him feel hollow.
Cheap, inefficient intel is unworthy of the paper it could be printed on. Maybe the Nest should change its business strategy. Nightingales seem to be more suited for gathering intel.
As he waits for the shredder to go through the thick stack of documents, he brainstorms ideas on how to improve his business. A handmade business card turns in his hands, and the light flows across the name Randall. It's rather ordinary.
There aren't many moles left in the N109 zone. Wasting them on Ever's scraps isn't worth it. That vengeful merman doesn't need new lists for now either. What a shame.
Oh, was this the guy from the Nest? Okay.
The Oak Elder behind Biosun Pharmaceuticals isn't easy to fool. This business, I need to carefully consider its next move.
A flash of light appears outside the floor-to-ceiling windows and quickly fades. Randall pauses for a moment, then he looks at the clock. Oh. The hour hand hasn't reached 12 yet. Even in fairy tales, he should be safe at this time.
If the magic hasn't failed, then trouble is knocking on the door.
Two figures appear on the observation deck outside. One of them pushes open the glass door and walks in without hesitation. He speaks as if he's here to collect rent.
I heard you have intel on Ever modifying my suppressor.
Xavier, you know how to contact me. Is it really necessary to show up at my door in the middle of the night? Also, if you're going to show up at this hour, you should have used your evil to wrap yourself in light before letting the particles slowly disperse. It would have been more fairy tale-like.
Randall, what the heck?
I don't read fairy tales.
What a waste of evil. Oh, miss, you're here together.
Have we met?
I've seen you at the Nest, or rather I saw you, but you didn't see me.
I catch the business card he tosses my way and study it for a bit. I soon spot a small line of text under several cute mushroom illustrations. The Nest. Randall. So you were the one who designated me as prey for hunting day.
You're giving me too much credit. My relationship with the Nest is about as intimate as a pair of exes.
Nothing is unusual about his expression. I'm about to drop the subject when I hear Xavier speak.
The Nest doesn't have an owner, but whoever serves as its face gets shifted around. It's his turn for now.
That's confidential information. You say it like it's not a surprise.
Oh, a light blade is pressed against Randall's chest. Xavier's already behind his office chair. I hurriedly unload my hunter firearm, disengage the safety, and point the barrel at Randall. Okay, fun fact though, the hunter firearm can't really hurt humans. Since you're a data broker, you should recognize the bullets I load, unless she's got special bullets.
This is unnecessary. I'm not being uncooperative.
That's enough nonsense for today. The files.
Under my gun barrel and Xavier's blade, Randall wears a wry smile. He shows little to no fear. He inputs a series of passcodes on the table and scans both of his palm prints. A hidden compartment slides open. Xavier uses his sword to pick up one of the papers. He glances at it before quickly setting it down.
That's it.
This is all I can get. The Gaia Biotechnology Research Center isn't a haphazard operation. It's not the same institute as before.
Xavier nods at me from across the table. I understand what he's implying. I put my gun to its holster and retreat to the floor-to-ceiling window. The bright office lights grow dim at the same time. As we're plunged into darkness, Xavier returns to my side. Before we teleport away, I faintly hear him bid Randall farewell.
Your services aren't special in the slightest.
That's harsh, don't you think?
I can send a message that confirms Isaiah's intel is accurate to Jeremiah. Maybe that'll help him trust Isaiah more. Why didn't you take the papers with you?
Leaving them with Randall means he'll sell them as intel again. The buyers won't know I'm aware of what's in them. If they want to utilize that intel against me, then we can use it against them.
You're quite the strategist, huh? I'm impressed. What was on it? Was there a way to remove the suppressor? Xavier touches his neck and slowly shakes his head.
It wasn't much. It only had two things. Modifying the suppressor wasn't Ever's main purpose when they captured me. Gaia Biotech wanted my evil genes, but the suppressor made extraction impossible.
Evil genes?
So they made a last-minute request to Soren. They asked him to modify the suppressor.
But why?
The second part said that Soren's modification was successful. He strengthened the suppressor's restrictive effect. The evil I can use is more limited now.
He's already kind of strong, though. That bastard. Where exactly did your suppressor come from, and why was Soren able to modify it? The question has been weighing on my mind for so long. Now is an appropriate moment to ask it. I thought of another extraordinary complex, and the troubling story behind the suppressor, but I never expected.
My family made it for me.
Your family?
Yes. It was originally made to protect me. On Philos, an evolver's evil energy and life force are one and the same. Using your evil means you're consuming your own life for power.
Alright, Y'shtola, okay.
On Earth, we're displaced in time and space. The energy we consume can't be regenerated. The suppressor protects me through restraint.
The sound of my heartbeat is amplified through my ears. In my ears, I almost doubt what I'm hearing is real. Despite all of this, Xavier can still sound so calm. Of course, he could. He knew this was the state for a long time. What else could he do aside from getting used to it and remaining detached?
Are you that surprised?
What you're basically saying is we shouldn't remove the suppressor. No wonder Isaiah said it would be suicide if we did that. I tighten my grip on Xavier's hand and deliberately repeat those words. We can't remove it.
Did you forget what I just said?
Xavier casually squeezes my hand. His tone is becoming more
The
relaxed.
documents didn't reveal a method to remove the suppressor. So launching a surprise attack against Soren now would be difficult. When we wake up tomorrow, we'll need to think of new approaches.
Are you really giving up on removing the
I
suppressor?
don't have a choice. Researching these technological mechanisms isn't something I'm good at. I can't.
Seeing him shake his head with genuine sincerity, I actually feel
Emergency
relieved.
call from Jeremiah.
A bunch of white-gloved men with new type protocore weapons just burst into the flower shop. We used the car to escape. Isaiah said...
They're Ever's cleaners, and we're not their only targets. Where are you?
I'll share my real-time location with Jeremiah. New type protocore weapons, white gloves? I've seen intel about this on the dark web. They're the ones who handle the dirty work forever. Break through fast and watch out for suicide attacks.
Isaiah can't fight 20 people on his own. He won't last long.
Some backtrackers are here too. Jeremiah's swordsmanship has always been one of the worst in our team. He couldn't beat them before, so it'll be impossible now.
It's like not the flower shop and not the truck.
Got it. Focus on getting out of there.
The call ends and the chaos on the other end temporarily fades. I know all too well that we don't have time to sit around and come up with anything new. I know. The poor flower shop. We love the flower shop. They named it after their planet. On an ordinary workday morning, people pass the street corners, but they don't smell the familiar scent of flowers.
It's not open today? I wanted to pick up a few flowers for the office.
You didn't know? The owner closes the flower shop temporarily from time to time. He's really carefree about it. Young people like him who open flower shops in the bustling parts of big cities usually have that wanderlust spirit. They leave whenever they feel like it.
The customer who wanted to buy flowers doesn't give up and approaches the glass door to look inside the shop. On the counter sits a bouquet of fresh flowers. The wrapping paper is only partially around it, seeing how hastily the owner
To
left.
be able to leave just like that? Ugh, I'm so jealous.
They say that and they're running for their fucking life in a car.
We've been driving for so long that anyone who's been trying to keep up should have lost us by now.
Hold on, I need a picture of this car.
We shook them off 15 minutes ago.
The endless stream of rush hour traffic stretches ahead as a small delivery truck weaves through. Swaying restlessly, it takes advantage of its slender build. Some drivers pull their phones out to capture the truck's flashy maneuvers. Unfortunately, they lose their target in a blink of an
But our
eye.
choice is obvious. We'll catch up sooner or later.
A cold snort comes from the passenger seat.
Why don't you just ram into everyone and send them flying? Even if it doesn't kill them, it'd make them suffer at least.
Those masked people's weapons looked dangerous. Who knows what new thing ever came up with this time?
Losing heart before the battle even begins. I knew cowardice ran in your peasant blood.
Oh, there it is, yeah. He's
I'm not
coming.
like you. Being iron-fisted royalty means your head is made of iron too, right? Why don't you go up front and help me check the headlights?
God, these two are so funny. I need a whole episode on them. Before this battle can escalate further, I shrink back and retreat to Xavier's side.
Circumstances hadn't forced our hand. There wouldn't be a place for you in my squadron.
You'd be perfect as No Hunt Zone number 99's headmaster. You'll deal with those mutated wanderers with impure bloodlines and their biological dilemmas.
Hearing the ongoing mockery from the front seats, I rub my ears and lower my voice. Are they really gonna be okay like this? They worked so well when they were running.
This is how they relax. If they have time to argue, it means the situation isn't dire. You can use this as a chance to relax too.
The fuck does that mean? Oh my god. Oh, they're arguing, so things are fine. They can relax. When there's no threat nearby, they become each other's biggest threat?
Yeah. Our team's dynamic has always been like this. Mature and spirited.
Mature? Are you sure that's the right word? The back of the small truck has been modified to hold more medium to large sized plants. Xavier and I pluck a banana leaf to sit on. We're nestled among plants like two Zen stowaways. Your suppressor just flashed. We're gonna resonate. Xavier takes my hand and he singles me to perform a resonance and feel it.
See? There's no problem, right?
I don't know if this is some kind of placebo effect from learning about the suppressor's function, but it feels like your evil's gotten a little weaker.
It's a placebo effect.
You seem to use your evil a lot whenever you fight. Maybe it is just getting
I don't
weaker.
use my evil that much when I fight. Even then, I keep it under control. I just happen to be very strong. It's still effective, even if I don't use it properly.
That makes sense. The glow is the same as it usually is when I push them with my finger. They spin in circles.
From its birth to its death, a star witnesses the passing of billions of years. Its energy is enough to outlast several generations on Earth. Even if there's a day when I run out of energy, it won't happen for a very long time.
You're really optimistic. I've acknowledged the suppressor's existence, but seeing Xavier affected by it makes me feel even worse. That red light is like a countdown before the ending arrives. Its presence alone fills me with unease. They're headed straight for Philo because there's a group of backtrackers who sided with Soren, and they're after you? Other backtrackers weren't hostile towards Xavier, and they didn't target him the way Soren did either, but now...
The Backtrackers were never a harmonious group to begin with. Who knows how many people are putting their pent-up resentment on his shoulders?
If we view their actions as ones that are driven by emotion, then we'll be severely underestimating the backtrackers. Those willing to cooperate with Ever, and the ones who left at a later time, aren't fools.
In this cramped space, Xavier adjusts his posture. He stretches out his left leg, his body swaying gently with the
Because
car.
they're intelligent that every decision they make is the optimal choice.
Even those decisions that would tear the team apart and turned former comrades into bitter enemies?
Tear the team apart. Turn former comrades into bitter enemies? The original Backtrackers were formed under similar circumstances. Everyone who joined knew the title of Backtracker didn't carry any honor on Philos. It meant rebellion, resistance, and desperate madness. Our journey didn't set off with any blessings. No one would wait for our return on the other side of deep space.
Xavier.
Between choosing to be abandoned by everyone and being forced down a path of betrayal, the former takes a lot more courage.
I frown. I understand Xavier's interpretation of the Backtrackers, yet deep down I don't want to accept
After working
it.
together for so many years, they understood me, and I understood them. I understood the confusion, the disappointment that kept building up after each failed attempt. I also knew that even though the path ahead was shrouded in thick fog, not one person actually gave up.
Seeing Isaiah and Jeremiah's tacit acceptance, I can tell their understanding of their former teammates align with Xavier's. But this analysis only makes my expectations about the situation feel heavier. So they chose Soren because the goal he wants to achieve gave them hope? As for what Soren is doing, it always feels like we're a step or even a half step behind.
But the Backtrackers on their side could have anticipated our actions. That's what it means to know your enemy.
You don't have to think of them as being that frightening. Even though they're enemies now, I don't think they'd use underhanded tactics against us. If conflict is unavoidable, it'll be a few straightforward battles. That's all.
At the beginning, I said those people are insane one way or another. I pity how their lives turned out sometimes. If you still have any delusions about them, I'll spend the rest of my life writing your tale as the King of Sorrow. Your infamy shall be spread from our solar system to
He's
Sagittarius.
so dramatic.
Every star in the galaxy will know your name.
You write books?
All promising members of the royal family do.
That explains why you were writing poetry on the Backtracker's ship. Xavier slips the cookie into my mouth as if by magic. He interrupts what I'm about to say before turning and speaking
Since
with
you love
authority.
writing so much, don't speak anymore. In fact, you can start right now. Write down whatever you want to say.
You don't even look at the things I write.
I'll look when I have time.
Why are you laughing?
I can laugh whenever I want. What, are you gonna give me a story about the King of Laughter?
Wait, sorry, hold on.
I can laugh whenever I want. What, are you gonna give me a story about the King of Laughter?
Okay, actually, no, just kidding. It might be Caleb's voice. He might be using a different tone with Jeremiah. He might be trying to tone it down, so then he doesn't sound like Caleb.
I don't want to talk to someone as shameless as you.
What the? Okay, so for anybody who missed what just happened, they were talking about kind of understanding the Backtrackers. The Backtrackers who are chasing them basically don't back Xavier because they believe that Soren's methods and his efforts are closer to the true goal. Yeah, it was like King of Laughter, King of Sorrow. They're like, oh, so they're kind of like messing with like his title because Xavier used to be the Crown Prince. Yeah. So that's what you missed essentially. They were just talking about the people chasing them and the people who sided with the bad guys. Because ultimately, the Backtrackers who left their planet, there was no hope for like success. They were perceived as traitors, so there wouldn't be any like warm welcome if they actually succeeded in their mission and made it back. And Xavier gave up his title as Crown Prince in order to save MC, or his planet's version of MC. Unfortunately, MC keeps dying in his home planet. She keeps dying, but then keeps getting reborn or regenerated because she is actually not of this world. She's like born of the cosmos, so she's got like this like cosmic power. She's a cosmic entity. She doesn't know that yet, but everybody around her is kind of like the bad guys are all talking about it. So the Xavier's home planet version of her keeps dying. And so they were going to feed her to the planet because the Philos, the planet, was dying. Yeah, no, the lore is so deep, Zaya, like it's crazy. So Philos, the planet, is dying, and in order to keep it like keep it afloat, they had to sacrifice the people. So that was the secret of the royal family. So Xavier found out the secret of the royal family and the secret of the planet, and he refused. He refused to adhere to the tradition. Because his father was also going to sacrifice MC, because if he sacrificed MC and she kept being reborn and regenerated, the planet would essentially have an infinite power source. But because Xavier loved this girl, he refused to let her die. And so he basically got named like a traitor, backtracker kind of thing. And so he abdicated, essentially. And then she took over, yeah. As one does, yeah. As one does for their loved one. But yeah, that's the too long didn't read version of what happened there. And that's why Jeremiah, Isaiah, and that's why they act kind of weird, quote unquote, around MC, because they recognize her because she looks the same, except present day MC, our character, the player character, doesn't know who the fuck they are, because this is the version from Earth and not the version from Philos across the Deep Space Tunnel. At first, when I started playing this game and like I found out about Xavier's lore, I thought Philos, the planet, was just a future version of Earth. But no, it's across time and space through the Deep Space Tunnel, which essentially I feel like is a wormhole. A portal, if you will. But who knows? We're not there yet. Alright, I'm gonna keep going. Yeah, no, the lore goes hard, man. Xavier shakes his head with a hint of resignation and leans against the heavy flower pot. He's quiet for a moment, then he softly chuckles. By the way, where did that cookie come from?
I picked it from a tree.
What the?
Jeremiah prepared a tree as a gift for an important client. We're stealing some cookies, so don't let him catch us.
Seeing him pull down the small gift box, along with a couple leaves, I swallow my cookie and move closer to the tree. Xavier, you're wrong about one thing. If I were in your homeland, I would wait for your return. I thought this was just a husbando game. It's called Love and Deep Depression for a reason. But yes, you are correct. It is a very sad husbando game. Oh, okay. I guess I got one more chapter. This is gonna ring in about like 5 minutes. My alarm is gonna ring off in like 5 minutes. Yeah, that's really cool though. Thank you. I enjoy this game. I've been playing for like 2 years now. This is actually the longest mobile game that I've stuck with, actually. So I'm very proud of myself. Normally, I like start it and like for like 2 weeks I play it like non-stop and then I get bored. But no, this game I've been logging in every day. Like when I get my notifications for like, oh, time to pick up your stamina, I go. This is, yeah. I've been playing for like 730 something, no, 740 days straight, yeah. I know, come for the husbando, stay for the lore, like seriously, like. The lore keeps me. It's true. I've had friends who played their previous Love game, which is Love and Producer, Mr. Love Queen's Choice, and like that entire plot too was like, it kind of went like in a direction like this. Like it's kind of crazy. They have an anime which follows like I think one route. So if this ever gets an anime, it'll be really interesting to see how they play it out. If they go like full harem route or like just a specific like general version. Following Jeremiah's plan, we speed along the suburban highway for a while before heading towards the aerial tunnel. Once we enter the ultra high-speed tunnel, we can lose our pursuers and buy ourselves enough time to regroup. but from a distance we can see the checkpoint before the tunnel. It's flashing red, like an ominous mist. The thin mist is stained with cold crimson.
Looks like it's closed.
What a coincidence, don't tell me.
Their influence doesn't reach that far. Let's split up and scout the area. We'll meet up at the southwest corner of the rest stop in 10 minutes.
5 minutes.
Oh, he's negotiating now? After dropping us off at the intersection leading to the rest stop, Jeremiah makes a gesture behind the truck window and slowly drives away. His gesture was cool, but the truck is covered in battle scars. The sign that says Pilo's Fresh Flower Delivery has been worn out to just a P. How can the interior be intact when it's covered in holes?
Aside from the shell, nothing on this truck is original. Jeremiah modified it into something like a military fortress.
Oh my god.
In the worst case scenario, the driver's cabin can supposedly transform into an ejection pod and sacrifice the rear cargo for a quick escape.
How the what did you do to this truck? In other words, it could sacrifice the flower pots, the plants, and us?
After this is over, I'll ask Jeremiah to expand the ejection pod a little.
I nod. Aerial tunnel rest stop. That's a fancy rest stop. Hundreds of vehicles are parked at the rest stop. Most of them are armored trucks or heavy-duty trucks transporting valuable cargo. One circular holographic screen in the center is divided into several displays. The leftmost section shows the number of vehicles currently at the rest stop. As I pass one of the armored trucks, I can't help but feel a little envious. I remember reading data that showed if a vehicle's structural integrity is sufficient, it can almost travel at the speed of sound through the aerial tunnel. Is Jeremiah's modified delivery truck capable of that?
Yeah.
Then we can experience ultra high speeds?
The express lane is very expensive.
The aerial tunnel uses protocord enhanced material as its primary structural component. There's almost no resistance in the low vacuum environment. As a result, daily maintenance costs are astronomical. If ordinary goods were transported through the aerial tunnel, the toll fees alone would exceed the value of the cargo. By the time we exit the tunnel, all the plants in the back could qualify as luxury items. Yep, there we go. 11 p.m. My time.
Tunnel instability is normal. It's been in operation for 2 or 3 years.
Why do I have a feeling we're gonna collapse the tunnel? No, I usually have an alarm set for 11 to keep me on track. 11 o'clock is my sign to, okay, start slowing down.
When will it reopen? Who knows? If you can't wait, just use the regular highway.
Romantically collapse the tunnel.
They said it involves stuff like abnormal magnetic fields and unusual energy fluctuations. They won't reopen the tunnel until the situation stabilizes. Long-distance transport is so exhausting. You might as well rest like me and find a massage pod to lie down in.
Massage pod sounds kind of nice. Just saying. After questioning some truck drivers, Xavier and I head to the southwest corner of the rest stop to meet up with Jeremiah and Isaiah. The explanation given by the staff is consistent with the information we obtained. There's no telling when the tunnel will reopen. Did they give a reason for why it was closed?
Abnormal magnetic fields, energy fluctuations, and other factors are causing instability inside the tunnel.
That's just a catch-all excuse.
So what's the plan? Will we keep waiting or take a different route?
There's only one way to enter the aerial tunnel. If we turn back now, there's a chance we'll run into our pursuers. But if we wait here too long, it's only a matter of time before they catch up to us. Let's wait. Let's wait a little longer. Rest stop is close to checkpoint. If anything unusual happens, it'll inevitably alert the evil police officers and hunters who are stationed here. If even the backtrackers and white gloves catch up to us, they'll probably wouldn't dare cause a scene.
The trucks at this rest stop are backed by powerful individuals, and the cargo they're transporting is invaluable. I don't think Ever would go so far as to offend the forces behind these shipments for Soren's sake.
What if there were shipments for Silas in here? I think we'd be fine. Jeremiah gives us the thumbs up.
It's settled then. I haven't eaten or drank anything since yesterday, so this is the perfect chance to refuel. You guys should too. Don't go into battle on an empty stomach.
Okay, you eat first. We're not that hungry anyway.
Yeah. We'll gather intel in the meantime.
Thinking about that plant with nearly half its gifts nearly devoured, Xavier and I adopt our most work-ready altitudes. He hasn't. How's he functioning? Stress does that to you. The circular screen is divided into 6 segments. It displays live news, traffic updates, and recently released movies and TV shows. Some drivers in their vehicles have the doors open as they recline in their seats to watch the screens. Others are near the rest stop's food service windows to eat and drink. The aerial tunnel sits at a high altitude and the rest stop is perpetually shrouded in thin mist. It gives it a surprisingly homey, lived-in atmosphere.
You look just like that delivery driver who was worried about being late. It's a perfect disguise.
Who? Me? No.
Aren't you thinking about something along the lines of, I would have taken a different route if I had known?
Magnetic field anomalies can affect the tunnel. I've been dealing with issues related to them, but I completely overlooked that connection. Xavier nods and begins to count.
In that case, we should hold Jeremiah responsible. He was driving the truck. Isaiah bears a lot of responsibility too. If he hadn't attracted those pursuers, we could have had time to plan alternative routes.
That dialogue box looks like a blindfold, making him look even more like 9S. Oh my god. 9S in white too. I can't unsee this. It's the buttons too.
Since I planned to act alone and didn't properly supervise them, I bear most of the responsibility.
It's like worse when he like leans in and like I almost called the dialogues a blindfold. The dialogue box just like covers his eyes. With his calculations, the responsibility for one mistake doesn't seem like enough to go around for 4 people. I feel somewhat helpless. Alrighty. You're making it sound like everyone's at fault. You don't need to create a
I'm
list.
not doing that. What I said is true. None of us are mindless puppets. So every action we took was inevitably shaped by everyone's thoughts and decisions. Let's put Jeremiah aside. If Isaiah found out you wanted to take all the responsibility, what do you think his reaction would be?
He'd call me a sucker?
He'd do more than that. He'll scold me for playing dumb, call Jeremiah a coward, and declare that he was also part of the mistake with his head held high.
He really is your cousin. Xavier furrows his brow. He surprisingly looks unhappy. I know Xavier's right. In battle where allies fight side by side, wanting to take all the responsibility is disrespectful to your fellow teammates. You could try not throwing your other teammates under the bus the next time you want to comfort someone. I'm worried Jeremiah will be so sick of us he'll turn us into fertilizer one day.
You don't like what I said?
I do. Seeing me sigh yet also feel relieved. Xavier reveals an understanding smile and leans to the side. He idly looks around.
I noticed you kept frowning and then looking up. What caught your attention?
The weather forecast. It said anomalies elsewhere were under control, but in Lincoln they were getting worse.
The weather anomalies and the unusual magnetic fields should be connected to what Soren is doing.
Why Lincoln City though? Is it because Ever has more resources there? I thought this kind of thing would be carried out in places with fewer people. It wouldn't be exposed so quickly.
His goal is to find a way to save Philos through a magnetic field overlap. Then it can only happen in Lincoln.
But why?
The deep space tunnel affects Lincoln City the most. Various operations involving magnetic fluctuations will be easier to implement.
We still haven't figured out what's so damn important about Lincoln City other than like the main characters there.
And
or why
this
it's like
is where Backtrack 2 descended. For him and some backtrackers, it's also where they fell.
There it is. Okay.
If there's a chance for them to make a comeback, then Lincoln City will be their new starting
Soon TM, there it is. We got the answer. Talking about lost homelands doesn't seem appropriate here. Too bad I don't have the chance to ask the other backtrackers how they're doing on Earth. Do they like Earth? Have they gotten used to life here? Do they consider Earth a second home? I guess most of them would say no. Otherwise, there wouldn't be these recurring conflicts. Jeremiah and Isaiah return with food they scrunched up. Surprisingly, they started watching the TV drama that's playing continuously in the corner of the screen.
They're still showing this? Don't tell me they've already made it to 10 seasons.
A workplace idol drama about protocore refining? Why did they make it look like magic? Brainless people watch brainless shows.
See, this is what happens. They're like, these guys are over like 200 years old at this point. So, sad Jeremiah lore, actually. So, circling back to MC's question about how, like, wondering if the backtrackers have liked Earth, like, how are they feeling about it? So, Jeremiah fell in love with someone from Earth. Her name was Bella. Unfortunately, she died. She died, and he carries that ring with him. And that's part of the reason why he opened the flower shop. He opened the flower shop at the place where they met. Yeah, sad Jeremiah lore. It's in one of the short stories. Love and Deep Depression, everybody. Round of applause. Wow. I cried the first time I read that. I was like, what? Anyway, on the screen, the protagonist is researching methods for turning Earth's natural energy, such as oil and coal, into protocores. If it were only that easy. If only were that simple. If natural energy sources and protocore energy could complement and support each other, there might be more innovation with energy technologies. But it's impossible, because protocores are human hearts.
I'm not so sure about that.
We're quickly shocked by the show's over-the-top melodrama. We can't give any more attention to our scientific
Controlling
discussion.
the screen. I want to file a complaint. This is mental pollution.
Oh my god. Forget it. There are plenty of people who love watching this. If you don't like it, look away.
Quiet.
Xavier suddenly stands up with a grumpy expression. He looks towards the stop entrance. Oh, are the bad guys here? Dang. So tired. How many chapters were there in Death and Rebirth? Oh, there was 14 chapters. Oh. Oh my god, I'm getting tired though. Okay, mental pollution me when people are explaining mechanics. I feel that. Alright, we'll read a couple more and
Something's
then
off.
I keep saying I'm gonna read a couple more, then I'm gonna call it. For real this time, this is gonna be the last one. If there's battles after this, we're calling it a night. The tunnel has been closed for some time now, and the information has spread to the drivers who are stuck here. After we arrived, fewer cars showed up, and this moment an armored truck is pulling into the rest stop station. Ooh. Energy fluctuations. A newly arrived vehicle is loaded with a batch of active protocore energy weapons. There's quite a few of them. They might not necessarily be from Ever, but Xavier doesn't hesitate.
Retreat. Get in the truck.
Using the fog and other large vehicles as cover, we head to the corner. A subtle energy shift appears in the air. Xavier and Isaiah turn their attention towards the center.
Avoid the patrol robots.
It's just like the time when Xavier helped me escape the nest. We ran into them at the Azure Square. Ever is using them to pursue us?
They're all Ever's products. The fact that they immediately hacked the robot's control systems means it's them. At this rate, they'll determine our location within 10 minutes.
Get ready for a fight.
Yeah.
The fog grows thicker and my grip on my gun becomes slick with sweat. It's possible that we don't need to fight, but still, the tension still makes my heart beat faster. An unexpected topic breaks the atmosphere of our silent retreat.
Before this difficult battle begins, I need to make a confession.
Jeremiah,
over the years, I've been secretly taking parts from our backtracking spaceship to modify my truck.
The ship that you all crash landed on Earth in?
Since you're insane, consider going to therapy. Dying is also an option.
Oh my god, I was wondering what the context of this was. This is the other line I heard from Isaiah. There's like a compilation of hit Isaiah lines, and this is one of them, but now I didn't know why he said that. Don't fight. Well, I'm confused as to why Jeremiah is bringing this up. Isaiah's angry expression freezes, then it falls apart.
Please don't tell me you still haven't given up on that suicidal idea of modifying a miniature warp drive.
Why do I think that warp drive's gonna save their asses, though? Hold on. He totally has it in the truck, doesn't he? He totally has it in the truck. A miniature warp drive? That can be built on a truck? Shocked, I look at Xavier. Even his serious expression shows traces of cracking. Jeremiah becomes the calmest person in the room, his face revealing hints of amusement.
Anyway, we only have two options right now.
Oh, fucking hell. He did.
Either we charge out and fight, or we try out my truck's immature string end warp drive that I poured my heart and soul into modifying.
Oh, this is a bad idea.
What's the success rate?
Oh no.
If success is defined as no one dying, then it's 100%.
What's the fail rate, though?
The worst case scenario is that we won't know where we'll end up.
Has your recklessness grown with age?
Has your courage declined with age?
Dang, okay. Isaiah's brow furrows before relaxing. He scuffs and directs the question to me.
It's your call.
My
Yeah,
call?
You decide.
Firstly, I need to know what a string end warp. And secondly, did you forget that Xavier is your leader?
It's basically a point-to-point space travel technology. But you've already made your choice, right?
We'll just teleport. Enemies before us are too familiar with their skills, and their strength is formidable, not to mention they're carrying weapons of highly destructive power. But what worries me is, could they be carrying weapons that's designed to target suppressors? It's basically teleporting, right? I might not have done it myself, but I've seen it in action. Space warps should be pretty straightforward. Speaking of which, I've seen sci-fi movies where pigs are protagonists. If pigs can do a space warp, so we can too. After organizing my thoughts, I turned to the three men's patient gazes and grit my teeth. Jeremiah, do you have a way to wait for us to slip away without alerting anyone?
I got you.
Can we add extra safety measures? We need to guarantee we'll stay within a certain range and not end up on the other side of the planet.
There are people here who have extensive experience with unplanned warp points.
Realizing he's talking about their experience using Backtrack 2 across time and space, I can't help but feel somewhat nostalgic. But, though, now's not the time for that. You really have been through a few epic adventures. Xavier, who's gotten first, turns around in a crouching position and pushes aside branches, blocking the rear door as he reaches out to me.
Regardless of the adventure, you've always been there.
Before I can think about what he means, he pulls me into the vehicle. You mean to tell me they haven't been talking inside the vehicle this whole time? They were standing outside where anybody could just hear them? Including the patrol unit? Guys, have that conversation in the car. Where's the sense of urgency? The door closes behind me. It seemingly shuts out all outside. Why did you have this discussion in the car? Sandwiched in the corner, hidden by two heavy trucks, the window of the small vehicle's flash. After confirming the inside of the truck can't be seen from the outside, the steering wheel rises and Jeremiah skillfully manipulates the control panel hidden inside.
Now
underneath.
it's a small truck equipped with a cloaking device and stealth tech. We can use the shadows for cover and slip into the tunnel's auxiliary road next to the checkpoint. Once we're there, we'll activate the string end warp drive. The tunnel will conceal the commotion, so hopefully they won't notice us.
All right. Everything is it progresses like Jeremiah says. Neither the patrol robots nor the checkpoint detects us. Oh my god. The truck enters the tunnel's auxiliary road. At the final moment, Xavier extends his hand towards me as if to seek my consent. I'm nervous for this, guys. At that final moment, Xavier extends his hand toward me as if to seek my
Blow up
consent.
those patrol robots to show them we're hiding at this rest stop.
That way they'll waste more time here. Oh my god, this is scary. I grasp his hand and we silently resonate before the vehicle enters the tunnel. Inside the rest stop, several figures are searching for something. Patrol robots hover in mid-air, their compound eyes sweeping across the tunnel entrance. Traces of cold red light flashes. Suddenly, all the robots lose power and their lights flickering and going dark. They crash into the ground one after another. And that's it for today. Yep, battles. Okay, there's gonna be a couple battles, so we'll do that the next time, probably on Monday. So we'll do a bunch of that. Yeah. So that was part 1. That was part 1 of 2 Hour Yesterday. I actually enjoyed it. I enjoyed learning more about Xavier. And then I'm very excited to see how this is going to be resolved. Alrighty. But if you all
You're back.
Oh,
There's something I need to remind you of.
thanks for
It's
reminding
time
me
for
to sleep. He's reminding me to sleep.
You're here. Do you need me?
Alrighty, I'm actually gonna like put this
What
on
do you
for
need
like
to
5
finish
minutes.
right now? Let's make this quick.
My co-working partner. Alrighty. Yeah, time for an eep. Actually, wait. Oh wait, hold on, Zaya. You've probably
How are
seen
you
this
able
feature.
to become sleepy in such a bright place?
So there
Let's
is
call
a
it
sleep
day.
function.
Don't miss me too much.
There is a sleep function, actually. Perhaps.
You're here. Do you... Sleeping now means I can rest. In my experience, you sleep better.
Alrighty, so the sleep function. He's not in his pajamas.
Don't you feel like the AC's temperature is set too low? It's a little cold.
So yes, they have the sleep function.
I'm saying, you can move a little closer to me.
Yeah, holy moly. They also have the workout one too. So yeah, this is probably one of the things you've seen. You can also take screenshots. You can also like change like where you're actually like zoomed out from. Yeah. Yeah, so anyway, heavy breathing time as I like say my ending spiel and watch Zane sleep. I know, that's pretty good, right? And then there is a workout function as well. So if you like having a body double while you're working out as well, the different love interests have different animations for the workouts. Zane's, he has pull-ups. Caleb has like push-ups. Silas has like boxing. Raphael has like, he's running on a treadmill. Xavier's on a bike, elliptical thingy. Yeah, so it's it gets the players moving. But yeah, no, they added this. Yeah, I can totally see why the game is so good. And then also, they have a G pose. But yeah, we're going to wake him up. They have a G pose thing too, so that's nice. But yeah, I hope the voice actors get paid really well for this game, honestly.
I slept well. What about you?
I think they added this in July. They added this like feature in July. Yeah, the last major update, like 6 months ago. And then here's like the G pose. But yeah, if you guys want to follow me, while I like play around with this. Here are my socials. I'll have the schedule soon. Let me actually change my outfit. Yeah, but what if I'm already following? Then you're good to go. This is for anybody else who isn't. Alrighty, so I will leave them right here actually. Yeah, I made an Alton follow again. I mean, if you want to. I don't necessarily like recommend it, but yeah. But I appreciate y'all. Schedule will be up on Twitter, Blue Sky, and Discord on Sunday night at the earliest. Definitely gonna put some more Love in Deep Space on here because I want to finish the story. And probably more Star Ocean. Legend of Legaia might have to take a bit of a break because I need a level grind. Yeah. Thank you for the stream. Thank you for being here. There's a bunch of things you guys could be doing on like a Friday night, like late Friday night for some of you. But I appreciate you coming out to hang out, listen while I'm like, you know, playing games and stuff. Playing Love in Deep Space. I appreciate you all. Alrighty, let's see who is online. Let me find out. Hold on. Alrighty. Oh, okay. Kiro Style is still on. Kiro is still online. Let's see if I can reach. There's something real quick. There are my raid messages. We're gonna go raid Kiro. He's doing like a fight or flight, which is like his version of like Smash or Pass, where basically he looks at like submitted original characters, read their lore, and rate them on like whether he would fight them or run away from them, essentially. And it's really cool because there are some people who like submit their lore, and he reads that aloud too and takes that into consideration for his fight or flight. And it's really cool. It's a very creative way to do like a Smash or Pass type thing. Without, you know, being just Smash or Pass. Alrighty, and he's a good friend of mine and of Kieran, so please be nice, please be kind. Alrighty, and here we go. Make good choices. I will see you all on Monday. Take care of yourselves. Have a good one. Okay.